Let's see. I got the notification on my end. Okay, cool. Oh, we got official Jamie in the building. How you doing, sis?
Hey, Sister Jamia.
Hey, hey.
All right. So,
So,
and then I just want to check to make sure. Okay, so we're live on mine, and then I'm gonna go to y'all's channel just to make sure. African Dreaming, aka the Dream Team.
that's
Okay, yeah, and we live on y'all's too. So we is all set. So
what's up. What's up?
I'm gonna say welcome to everybody that came in. If you're coming in for motivation from the weightlifting geek, we appreciate you being here. Type Geek Squad to drop your link. Everything we do over here is based on motivation. We want to see everybody reach their goals, and we are here to talk about a subject that everyone can appreciate. Now,
Yes.
that being said, if you're coming from African Dreaming, tell them what to do, big bro and big sis. Tell them what's going on.
Man, wow. Well, first off, thank you for this collaboration. Thank you for letting us get here,
Yeah,
Come
welcome in. Like baby say, come on in and enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get in
Yeah.
here and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and if you want to share a link and you're on the African Dreaming side, you can type hashtag BCIAC in the chat.
Yes.
There we go. Very nice. Very nice. So, I'm not gonna worry about playing our intro because this is a collaboration, so we're doing this thing collab style. Um,
Yep.
so
Yep.
today we are talking about a very um touchy subject. So, but before
Mm.
we get started too much, this is not this is not a dig towards any particular gender. This is
Hmm.
just an open and honest conversation based on something that we saw online that we wanted to talk about together. So that's what this whole thing is all about.
Absolutely. And as little bro often say, I'm gonna take it a step further if you'll allow me to do so, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
just we we cannot emphasize enough, and I may mention this again over the course of this conversation. Being a human being is hard. This is not a conversation to distinguish the turbulent aspects of manhood versus womanhood or anything like that. Basically, we having a conversation about how difficult it is to be a man sometimes. That's not to exclude or denigrate or take away from the complexities of girlhood, womanhood, none of that. It's just we just talking about men and how we see things and some of our personal struggles and journeys and things we may even still be confronted with as men. So just putting that disclaimer out there.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Now, the beautiful thing about this, and this is why I'm so hyped, because we have one of my favorite YouTube couples out here. So we have the privilege of getting a man's perspective and a woman's perspective about a man's perspective. This is going to be fire.
I'm gonna
Right,
do my best.
right. Hey
So
everybody coming in.
Hey, hey.
I tell you what, we'll kind of speak to everybody real quick. We got Jamie in the building. Tyler, aka Tori, is in the building.
What's up, Tari?
Chocolate drop is coming through. My Renaissance grandma's coming
Hey,
through.
Mama.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, she said, developing mind. How you doing, sis? Thank you for coming through. Almost first. Yes, you were real close, Tom. You were real close. Let me see. Oh, we got broke in the building. What's good, big bro?
What's up,
What's up,
bro?
broke?
We got Tay Eats in
Hey,
the
Hey,
building.
Tay.
what's up, Tate Eats?
Yeah, Miss Mukbang.
Now,
Yeah.
hey, now, Joe. So, and first off, this is our very first time ever doing this. Y'all know this new feature via StreamYard where you can go simultaneously, and this is my first time doing it. So I have to question. So, can you see the same people in your chat that we see, or how does it work? I don't.
It should be the same. So on my end, I see a YouTube symbol, for the people that came in on my channel, but then I
Mhm.
see a link symbol above the YouTube symbol for the people that came in on your channel.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Now, I'm curious, am I the only one that can put something on the screen? Do y'all have the ability to highlight or click anything?
Let's
I
see.
don't know. Let's see.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I guess because you're the host. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
next time, what we'll have to do, I'll have to add you as a member to my StreamYard team. That way you'll have control over the screen and we can share it. So we'll do that next time.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
up? Yeah.
GT, what's good with you?
What's up,
Urban.
GT?
See, I can't.
Urban.
There you go. See, I can't do it right. I can't
What's
do
up,
it
my
right.
sister?
So, but before we get started, I'll kind of mention how this whole thing came about.
Mhm.
On my personal YouTube channel, I watch a lot of reviewers of different genres and whatever the case may be. And one of the reviewers that I followed reviewed this song, and I listened to it, and I was like, if this doesn't completely express what it's like to be a man, I don't know what does. So I reached out to Jay and I'm like, listen, this is too special to go at alone. Like we got to collab on this. We got to collab on this. So
Yeah.
that's what this whole thing is about. Now, if you don't know the person in the center of the thumbnail, it's an artist by the name of Dax, DAX. And what we are going to do, we are going to play the song, and then after it, we're going to play and pause so that we can review and go in depth about the things in the song. And we didn't have so many conversations about this before this even happened. So this is about to be fire. So
Hey Joe, before you do that real quick,
yes, sir.
if you don't mind, I just got a quick recommendation. Again, thank you to everybody. I see Miss Lynn's life lessons. A lot of people still coming in. I like to ask if y'all don't mind, before we get into the song, the video, and really just deep dive into the conversation. If you don't mind, y'all please share this live out. That's how we help one another. That's how we get this information out, because we want as many people as possible to be a part of this conversation. So please, if you don't mind, feel free to share this live out, and we can get this popping.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Oh, and I'm glad you said something, because you reminded me about something, big bro. If one of the things, because y'all know that I'm on hashtag 2K over here for African Dreaming. Like this is my goal. Like we are gonna make this thing happen. So if you're part of our channel, but you're not a part of African Dreaming, please go over there and show them some love. I promise you, everything that you see right now on this stream is amplified even more when it is just Jay and April. So please show them some love. Let's get this thing popping, and we're gonna help everybody out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we got all of the necessary business taken care of. Are we good on your end? Everything straight?
We good, bro. We good.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna play the song, and then we'll talk about it when we come back. Let's see. Here we go. Share screen. Let's do picture in picture. I think picture in picture is better. And then I'm gonna make this full screen. There we go.
There it is.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, what you provide inside that home. Yeah, I know this life can really treat you wanna scream, but you won't make a sound. Got so much weight that you've been holding, but won't show any emotion. As a man that goes unspoken, now we can't cry when life gets hard. Unconditional love for women, children, and dogs. We know that we just have to play our parts, and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah, as a man we gotta pave our way. Our only function is to work and slave. There's no respect for you if you ain't paid. You're disregarded as a human and you can't complain. And if you ever make it up and actually reach that base and find a woman that you love and give her your last name, you'll feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say, I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon, and our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, cause we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, then go back to war with their mental health, then grab that bottle and ask for help, try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man you provide, they don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home. That home. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home.
Oh, I didn't realize I was still muted. Okay, I'm gonna stop the screen share.
There you go.
This song takes me somewhere. But before we start to break the song down, from my perspective, what I appreciated about this song was the honesty of the internal and the external pressure that we feel as men. Because some of it's internal, we put pressure on ourselves, and some of it's external. But the combination of those two can really be a lot of weight to carry.
Yes.
But tell me what y'all think, Big Bro and Big Sis.
Man, it hit me every time, bro. Real talk. You want to go first, VP?
Sure. Yeah. What Ten said, it's a powerful song, and I don't know what it's like to be a man, but I've seen the men in my life, and I see your struggles. I see you, and there's a lot of things to unpack with that. You know, like for me, I can have a bad day. And nobody thinks anything of it. But he can't have a bad day. Not like me.
Yeah.
Not like me. So you have to see all of it and see the bigger picture. And yeah, we gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think about I'm not gonna say my manhood defined through my marriage, but I really don't know what I would do without this woman sitting beside me, because
Yeah.
I get something that a lot of men don't get, and that's somebody who, like what you just said, bro. Some of it is self-inflicted, and some of it is from outside influences.
Yeah.
I'm head over heels about this woman because I got something that I got relatives who ain't got it, friends who ain't got it, homeboy, all of that. And that's somebody who actually sees me and knows, even when my face is cast iron and straight, I know she know when I'm hurting in a
Yeah.
deeper way. And everybody don't get that, because I'm damn sure not finna get it from the world. As a
Yeah.
man, we provide, protect, keep your strong face and your tears to yourself,
Yeah.
and keep going, because nobody, like, and I appreciate she not just saying that for this YouTube thing we doing, man.
Yeah.
That's how she treats me. She
Exactly.
sees me, and the world don't, most of the time. I'm
Yeah.
just a man. Man up,
Yeah.
man up, get over it.
Yeah.
So what? Who cares how much money you got? So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And I was just putting some comments as both of y'all were speaking, but the couple perspective on this is so true. And it's kind of like what we were talking about last night, Jay. Let me wake up curled up in a ball because I can't take life, and see how people look at
Right.
me. Like, shoot.
Right.
Like, what wrong with you? You
Right.
better go to work.
You better go to work for real.
It's different. It's just different. And I think that because of the difference, because and I want to emphasize this again. Well, first of all, let me say this: if you're not connected to Dax, by all means, take some time and connect to him, because there's some really good songs outside of this one. And in doing this, we also want to make sure that we give him the credit that's due. Now, that man got over 5 million subscribers, but we don't care because we show love regardless of how the numbers are oriented. So definitely
Right.
show
Right.
Dax some love, connect with him. But because of the difference in the genders, there's certain things that as men we have to understand about women and continue to move on. Because something is said, it may not be meant the way that it's said. And vice versa for us, because I may look a certain way, it don't mean that that's how I feel. It's just the way that I look right now. So I'm just excited to talk about this subject.
Hey, we already talking about it, man.
Absolutely.
I think, well, I know, well, this is just me personally, because every family dynamic has their own structure, but I'm perfectly okay with I'm perfectly okay with my wife being more emotional than I am. I think she's supposed to. That's an element in my life
Yes.
that I need. I, like you said, man, I can't cry because somebody yelled at me.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
you might mess around and catch the hands if you get too sideways.
Yeah.
But just being frustrated to the point where I start crying or get however, like you said earlier, man, be a man and do that.
Yeah.
Be a man and do that. Have your
Yeah.
boss or your supervisor come to you with some craziness or some attitude. Now we finna talk like men, because you're gonna respect me whether I'm an employee or not. But
Yeah.
We handle situations and emotions differently, and I don't think it's a stronger versus a weaker or nothing like that. I think we're created that way, because men and women are not the same. But we talking about the societal view of it.
Yeah.
Man, try to think of only what situation just pop up in your mind where it's perfectly okay for men to just be vulnerable, have their feelings hurt, and really feel like balling up in a corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I was gonna say, like I said earlier, I can have a bad day, or I can fail, and people around me, society, they'll coddle me.
Yeah.
But if he fails,
Yeah.
or if you fail, you're met with what did you do wrong?
Right.
Right.
Hold
Try
on.
hard.
Hold on. Oh no, we finna snap on that. I'll tell you right now.
You're met with try harder. It's your fault, and now he has to carry all that and still do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
And
Thank you,
that's
man.
just the fact of the matter.
Yeah. And
Hey, Gigi. Hey, everybody
Hey,
coming in.
everybody.
Urban and Tay and everybody. If we missed anybody,
now
wait.
I'm
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Go ahead.
because I saw Gigi, I want to mention this real quick because everybody that knows what Gigi and Eco are doing. So you
Yes.
imagine everything that we just described, but now you in Egypt. You own your own. When stuff
Mm-hmm.
breaks, the woman that you love is looking to you to fix it, and you dealing with your own. Like that's some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
real. It's real.
Facts.
Man, mad love, mad respect for Gigi and Eco and everything they doing.
Yeah,
And like, uh, again, I got no shame in it, man. I literally thank the Lord above every day for having a woman that care about me. That is we headed towards 22 years, and some of them times, some of them years, we was just on top of the world because we did, we doing good.
Yeah.
And then it's been some of them years where we sit in the middle of the flow counting change,
Yep.
especially when we was younger.
Yep.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got gas money to get to class? Yeah, we got gas money to get to class. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Pool that money, put it together.
and put it together, baby. So
Uh-huh.
I just it's unfortunate that so much of what manhood is set forth by um your financial status.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it shouldn't be that way because there's an expectation of protector and provider,
Yes.
but that's often met with that's all you are.
Right.
Not just to your
Yeah.
love interests, but to the greater society for a lot of different reasons. But go ahead, bro.
No, and you're exactly right because you take a woman that is only viewed because of her beauty or her physical attributes.
Mm-hmm.
Th- that's heavy because it's like, no, there's more to me than what you see.
Right.
But it's the same thing with men. Like I may be a provider and I may be a protector, but to be 100% true with you, there's gonna be some times I'm gonna need you to protect me because I
Yeah.
feel vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
But that part of a man is not often received well in society because
Right.
how can you be a protector when you need to be protected? Because that
Right.
goes
Right.
against the definition of being a protector.
Right.
Right.
Right. I don't know how to. I don't think it's something that'll ever be fixed. I don't know how to make sense of it, but I do. Man, this is deep, bro.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
heavy because
Yeah.
I it's like a double-edged sword because like I mean like okay when my brother, my best friend for almost 26 years at that time passed away, my wife seen me cry.
Yeah.
When my mama passed away, my wife seen me cry. Outside of that, maybe once, twice or something, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even want, even though I know she understand it, man, you can't be crying in front of your wife. You better go drink, you pour you up a glass or whatever,
Yeah.
some yak or something, and go
Yeah.
sit out on the porch and handle that stuff after she go to sleep.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't see it. I see it. I know.
Oh,
when
she
he's
know.
hurt.
I ain't
know
fooling her.
Yeah.
when he's bothered. I
Yeah.
mean, you can hide it from the world, but I mean, I'm right there with you, so I know. And I have to be that safe space and that soft place for him to land. If I need to be his pit bull when he ain't there, I'll be his pit bull. That's
Mhm.
that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And I have been. I
Yep.
have been.
Yep.
It depends on situation and what's going on and all whatever.
Mhm.
But when he walks out that door, he has to face all this stuff that doesn't even come to my mind. I don't have to think about it. I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it like he does. But when
Yeah.
he comes home, I need to make sure he's good. I'm his safe space. It's something about men with women and children. They soften, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you need that softness. Also, you can't walk around beating your chest and I'm a man all day, every day. You just can't. You know, so I'm here when he needs me to be here. Whatever he needs me to be, that's what I'm gonna be.
That's
Yeah,
it.
And he does the same for me.
she do it for me in real life. And by the way, we them couple. I ain't got no problem. Like I always shield my wife, baby. You know, if something coming, danger coming.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this a team effort. We will jump you. So best believe.
Right?
You best believe
Yeah.
we
Get him
will.
high, get him low.
Yeah.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
For real.
That's why I'm so happy we're having this conversation together because I love this. Now, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what I put Bro's comment up because, bro, what you said in this comment is what happens so many times. Because I'm gonna tell you, my wife hasn't seen me cry, but on a few occasions. But that don't mean that I've only cried on those few occasions. I can't
Exactly.
look. I can't tell you how many times you got the window rolled down, hoping it pushed the water away by the time you get to the house. Stuff happens. You see what I'm saying? Stuff happens
Facts.
because regardless, at the end of the day, I'm flesh and blood with an imperfect heart, like everybody else.
Right.
Yes, sir.
There are gonna be
Yes, sir.
times when I'm pushing to accomplish something for the family, and it seemed like it ain't working the way I want it to work. But I'm so invested in it now that I can't back out. And the pressure of shit, I have seen this coming, to know where I'm at now, to do something different. When stuff break down, cars down, like I went 6 months without a car. I'm borrowing my wife's car just to get to work. Like those kind of things are heavy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it don't, like, it affected her and it affected me in different ways. But ultimately it all fell on me because had I done something different, maybe we wouldn't have been here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean, man. And it's often viewed that if a family fails, the man failed.
Right.
If
Mhm.
y'all ain't got what y'all need in y'all house and extra and above and beyond, as a man, you failed your family. You better do everything right. Do it. Say, bro, you know how many times, and I know this irk people out, especially in this day and age, to talk about stuff like this. I miss my brother so much because we used to have these conversations. Man, you know how many times I done went to work with a doggone fever
Yeah.
when it was 10 below, so I already got chills. And then I wrapped as best I could, still can't get warm, and then got to get out there in that coughing, sneezing, farting, and just sick as you can be, and still because I had to, I
Yeah.
have to, and
Yeah.
I think that's why most men get out of here earlier than women. I think that's why women live longer. And again, I'm gonna touch on this point. This is not to say that all the beautiful women in this world have it easy or that men's circumstances is harder or worse. I'm not juxtaposing that right now. I'm just saying that I love this conversation because how often do you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If a woman come out with a song about childbirth, I'm gonna be on the other end of the spectrum. I'm with you. I got you. Because
Yup.
first, you ain't listen. You ain't got to tell me that's rough to know that's rough. You should like that's a whole different situation. That
I
yeah,
can't imagine.
I don't want to imagine. Like I ain't ready for that. You know what I mean? Because that's a different type of strength.
Man, bro.
It's a different type of strength. So both genders have strength, but it's in different ways. But it don't mean that strength is 100% strong all the time, because in strength there is weakness. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, and when that comment that you would put up with broke, well, if you watch that video, that's how it kind of started out. Dude backed the pickup truck in the back in the driveway, and before you bring all that in your house, bro, I've had jobs in my life. I learned some techniques as a man. Not only would I sit in the car and get my head straight before I walk through my front door with the weight of the world on my shoulders, I would get out my car and just do this. Sometimes in my mind, sometimes physically. I would take all of that stuff I done been through during the day, and I just my little imaginary tree. I just hang that person on the job that almost got whooped and didn't know it. I hang that up. I hang up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So,
Yes, indeed.
So I mean, we as men sometimes we get misunderstood, but I think Odom said something about it. Broke said something about it. Man, sometimes dogs sleep, kids sleep. Man, you grab you an adult beverage of your choice and you just go sit out on your front porch and let it
Yeah.
out, bro.
You better have some 21 and over Lipton iced tea and let that thing keep moving.
For real. For real.
So I want to do this real quick because this always happens. Tay said, "Dang," in commercial, and then Irvin said, "Yeah, man, ads. Joe, how you put ads in the stream?" So there will be a Tech Tuesday quick tips video that will come out real soon about that. There is a way to do it, as you can see, and we'll talk about that. But I'm gonna tell you, what you said is so true, because for me, before I started YouTube, it was listening to music. I'm coming home, I'm listening to music, trying to get the day out my brain, because you have to be measured when it's your form of employment. If we just in the street and I see you in Food Line or Walmart, I might just tell you how I feel about you.
Right.
But if you're the person that I work under or work with or have to have interactions with, I might be only able to give you about 10%. That other 90, I gotta bite through my tongue and eat and hope it go away. So it's just different. But listening to music was how I did it.
Yeah, it's whatever techniques, healthier the better, but whatever techniques men can adopt to kind of relieve that self, because stress is the number one thing doing us in. It is connected to a lot of other health issues, the way it manifests, but a lot of it is linked directly to stress. And something else you just mentioned, it's almost, and I'm sure women feel like this in a lot of different ways too. It's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, because we all see what's going on in the world. If you overly protected father, and maybe you don't want your daughter, maybe you think them shorts just a little bit too short, or that skirt a little bit too short, or whatever. I ain't picking on women, I'm making a point. It's a thin line between being overprotective, but your whole purpose in society's eyes is protecting.
Yes.
So how do you win? How do you do that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot. This is something that comes up in certain conversations about, if somebody break in the house, the man is going to be the one to go do this. And I've heard arguments from both sides, because some women have said, well, who are you protecting me from if it ain't another man? Hell, I never said it wasn't.
Right.
I don't. Yeah. It could be a hyena. It could be a lion.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to protect you. That don't mean that you can't protect yourself. But since I just happen to be here and we live in the same house, you
right. I'm not finna question that. If this man look at me, he say run, I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm not finna think, you know those movies.
In the movies, yeah.
What's happening? I'm finna go. We didn't catch up to me later. You told me to go. I'm finna go.
Look, that's why most of us make it. That's why most of us make it in the movies, and some don't. But we're gonna leave that alone. Yes. So Urban, I have it turned on, but I do it for all my live streams. But yeah. So feel free to skip them. I ain't saying you got to watch them. I just turn them on just so we can generate some revenue for the channel. That's all.
That's what's
let's
up.
see.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yes. It happened.
Yes. Jamie, thank you so much for that reminder about sharing it out. We love for you to be able to share it out. We want as many people to be here as possible. So I think this is what we should do. we'll play the video again, but this time we'll pause it. So I'm not going to be watching the video, but if there's something that you see that you want to talk about, just say something, big bro or big sis, and I'll pause it,
Okay.
and then we can kind of talk about it in depth. I think it may resonate. First, I need to share. Hold on. I'm about
Let's
to be the only one watching that thing.
You almost made a move.
It's just the paints, boy. I was close.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand.
All right, so I'm pausing it right here because
Okay.
when you look at that man's face, it's like what we were talking about. He in the driveway, he's just wiping tears away from his eyes. Like, we don't know what caused that, but as men, when it gets to the point that something bothers us so much that, as I like to say, we sweat out of our eyeballs, it's rough. Because we can let some stuff go, but when it get that bad, it's bad.
It's bad, bro. It's real bad.
I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a long.
Now, look, we finna pause this thing all day long. I don't care because look, y'all done seen it. We finna talk. Now I'm gonna say this from my perspective, and it happens even now. If I come home and I'm in a bad mood, and to this day, little man will still run and hug me. Like, that's just how he is. And I appreciate that, and I love that. You know what I mean? But when I come through the door, if my face looked like the backside of a lemon, then it changes the whole dynamic, because I'm supposed to meet joy with joy, even though I may not be joyful because somebody just kicked me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was gonna say to that, Joe. I think men do that better. I can just speak for me. If I'm having a bad day, everybody in the house having a bad day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me say, April, you ain't the only one, but go ahead.
But he don't meet me that way. He can have a bad day, and I won't know it. I can pick up on it, but I won't know it right off the bat. But if I have a bad day, he gonna know about it. So that's a luxury that I have that he doesn't have. So that's real.
But I want to say this too, because you got to give credit where credit due. I'm fully okay with my wife being being more emotional than myself.
Yes.
But the reason that I love her the way that I do, and to the extent, of course, we have good days and bad days like every other couple. But the reason that I grind so hard to always remember her at her best, even if she may not be in the moment, is because we done had to have some sit downs and talk. Like, babe, I get it. You had, but she's made changes for the better, because, like she said, that's real, man. If baby having a bad day, we having a bad day. Yeah. If I'm having a bad day, again, I may get an adult beverage and just chill. Yeah. I'm like, oh well, life happens. It is what it is. But loving each other, that's what I'm saying, man. I wake up every day feeling completely not only loved, but appreciated. Mm-hmm. And if people don't know the difference between those two, because it's mamas who got kids that they love but don't appreciate, it's daddies who got kids who they love but don't appreciate. Love and feeling appreciated, and even to the extent of a word like adored.
Yes.
Man, I got to do right, bro. I got to do right. The foundation is laid, but I just want to throw that in real quick, man.
No, you're right, big bro. You're right. And what Tay said, I left her comment up, is so true, because in that family bond, kids or no kids, 9 times out of 10, the woman is that glue. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when that glue ain't sticking, we falling apart. And when that glue
Right.
Yeah.
sticking, you see, because it's just the dynamic of how that works. But yeah, sometimes it be crazy. But real quick, since technically we on your channel, Jay, can you give Rambo Green Hands an intro for me?
Right.
We got to
Hello,
do it.
Rambo.
Hello. So, look, we saw it, right? We saw it when he come in, and it's like I was thinking about speaking, but I wanted you to finish your point, right? So, shout out Rambo, like, welcome in, bro.
Lovely to see you, Rambo.
Right, thanks for being here, fam.
Thank you, fam.
We appreciate you. Bob's your uncle. Okay.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man, that's good stuff. That is good
Yeah.
stuff. I had to do that.
Oh, and
Thank
somebody,
y'all.
hey, Yaya,
Hey,
Yaya's
Yaya.
best life, and somebody else came in here too.
Hey y'all, how you doing? Let me see if I can scroll up. Oh, Nikki.
Ian,
Hey Nikki, how you
Nikki.
doing, sis? Yeah.
Nikki, and the educated natural.
Yes. Hey, Tian.
We good.
Tia can
now.
sing, y'all. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. That's a whole nother conversation. That girl can sing. She be hiding all the
Ooh.
talents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, see, I feel good now because if Big Brother come and try to whip our legs, we got a lawyer in the building. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, so all of this is so true. I'm gonna I'll play a little bit more and then just let me know if you want me to stop somewhere.
I will. We definitely will.
Okay.
Only road. And they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Yeah, I know this life can really beat you down. You wanna scream, but you won't make a sound. Got so much.
Hey, stop it right there, bro.
Yes, sir.
So these adult beverages we were speaking of, I can't deny that. I can't deny the part right before that. Like, man, when he said you want to scream, but as a man, you won't let it out because you know good and doggone well if you actually scream, hands
Yes.
might get the flying.
Yes.
I hope you know what I'm saying. You rather than get yourself to a point where you gotta control the actions you've already indulged in. Most men, if they men like myself, you just maintain control until the rage suppresses itself. Now, I'm not saying that rage don't manifest in ulcers. I'm not saying that rage don't manifest in high blood pressure, other ailments that because all of these emotions are energy and they got to go somewhere. They have to go somewhere. They don't just dissipate and return back to the ether. No, they come up in your colon.
Right.
Now,
So
now to get scientific. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this. That's probably why I ain't got no hair. All these jobs I done had, it's just made my hair run away. But anyway, but to get scientific, just the hair. What you said is so true, big bro, because it's the law of conservation of mass. Like energy and mass, it's only transformed. It never goes away. So even in an equation where it seems like the product is lighter than the original, the other parts went away as gases, but they didn't disappear from the equation.
Right,
so,
I see you, bro.
Hey, look, I'm trying to be like you. You know what I mean? I try to be like you a little bit. But I wanted to mention that because it's so true. And I'm glad you brought that up. Our body deals with the emotions that we put away because we put them away in our body. It's all high blood pressure, cholesterol, all of these things. There is a connection between our emotions and the physical health of our body. So understanding how to deal with these things is difficult because it's like what you mentioned, Jay. We don't let everything out because it's so much. It's almost like if you picture a dam in your mind, you can't just see. You you can't just take one brick out of the center of a dam and expect
Right.
to let pressure off that way, because everything gonna run with that. And before you know it, there is no more brick wall.
Right.
Exactly. Because once those floodgates are opened, baby, you never know. You might end up draining the whole river, the whole pond, the whole whatever. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And Psalm 146 just put cortisol in there. And yes, cortisol is a stress hormone
Mhm.
that impacts the body greatly. Joe, when you start playing, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute.
Okay, perfect. Let me play real quick and then just let me know when to stop.
All right.
Holding but won't show any emotion as a man that goes unspoken. Now we can't cry when life gets hard. Unconditional loves for women, children, and dogs. We know that.
Oh, listen, I can't let that phrase go. I cannot. I can, and I'm saying this from the context of the artist and what is being said, because the same object and the same lesson can be true of a woman. Don't nobody else care about how the house look and all the. I get that, but for right now, we're talking about the context of a man. There is men are not loved unconditionally, because at some point everyone wants something from you. At some point you have to provide something in some way, some shape, some form, some fashion. Now, 99% of the time, me providing is something that I enjoy doing, because I enjoy giving. I enjoy seeing people happy. I enjoy being able to make other people happy.
Yeah.
But at times, because of what he's saying, it's like, where's my unconditional? Like, I'm sorry, today I ain't got it. Where my unconditional at? You know what I mean? Can I pull an unconditional sick day? But it don't. But it don't always work that way, because
man, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's it.
I'm gonna tell you, it's sitting beside the love of my life. I'm still gonna sit here and say this with my whole chest, because I think if you lucky as a man, you get one.
Yeah.
Your mama is the only person on this planet that probably ever loves you unconditionally. Now, that ain't no dig at the women in the world, because I chose her, she chose me, but that comes along with a set of expectations. I owe her something, because we have this shared agreement. I have expectations of her, she have them of me. If I just lay on this couch all day for the next 2 years, she gonna be like, boy, what the heck? Bye. Bye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that don't mean that she won't love me, but that means that there is a condition on that love, and rightfully so. But man, your mama is probably the only woman on this planet Earth who you can be the biggest screw up, you could be the biggest success, you could be the biggest whatever, and that woman will oftentimes love you unconditionally. So outside of that, man, men, that's almost all you have.
Yeah.
If you lucky, because every man don't get that either. Every person don't get that either. So
you're right, big bro. You're right. See, I'm loving the angles of this thing. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna play. Look, I'm getting so turned on this thing, because it's kind of like what we were talking about yesterday, Jay. Like the whole goal behind everything that I do on this platform is to bring about a new form of motivation.
yeah,
I want to motivate others by allowing them to see their power to help others, while I'm just quiet in the background, because everybody has the recipe for motivation. Everybody has the recipe for success. Everybody has the recipe to help. But sometimes it's not until intentionally or unintentionally that you do it that it begins to come together visually for you as a person. And I'm just hoping that this collab and the artist and all of these things, that whoever watches this will not only show your channel some love and show our channel some love, but will
Mm-hmm.
show the world love, because
Yes.
now they know how. That's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you just said, when you was talking, I was thinking about so much, and it was like, man, I'm listening to what you're saying, and a few words kind of trigger something. You ever heard how if you got a lot of girl cousins or sisters or something, you probably heard that growing up, or maybe even a bunch of homegirl, how hard women are on each other. Women judge
Yes.
each other more than men do, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
baby could put on a moo or some sweatpants, and
Yeah.
if baby looking good, you looking good to me and whatever you got on.
That
Uh,
part.
but women judge other women, and I use that as an example to go into this. When we say the world judge, the world treat men the way they treat men, a lot of that comes from other men, man. Other
Yes.
men is so hard on other men. I guess a part of it could be to instill the values to get you through this unforgiving world. That's one point, one perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But another perspective is because some men so insecure within themselves that if they don't feel like they beating on their chest King Kong and I,
Uh-huh.
I'm alpha this and alpha, shut your ass. Alpha, look here, man. I'm gonna tell you something about walking around calling yourself in my opinion, an alpha all
Mm-hmm.
the time. It's just my opinion. I know a lot of strong men and a lot of strong positions over the course of my life. Everything from collegiate to pro sports,
Mm-hmm.
people, military personnel. If you are that, then people see you as that. You never have to put that title or name on yourself,
Right.
because that's
Yes.
as corny as giving yourself a nickname.
Right. It's understood
Yeah.
already.
It's
So
understood.
why
Hey,
do you have
hey,
to?
look,
Yeah.
they call me Joe. Oh, who's they? Who's they? Oh, you
Right,
mean
right,
you want me to, but you gonna tell me that they do? Who is they?
right,
Right.
right.
The infamous they. The infamous
The infamous they. The infamous they. I mean, we really can't. It's rough, bro. It's hard for us to win, and like I said, and I hope that brought some clarity to my perspective, because some of it is for a certain reason. I think the rites of passage, especially in manhood, that transitioning from a boy to a man, warrants some type of something, some type of transition. In other cultures, it's very common. Uh, and I think I almost want to say I know that that's why I think so many men have the desire to overdo it, to
Yes.
overcompensate,
Yes.
because there was never a clear boundary set from where childhood ended and manhood began. That you have a lot of men walking around now who overdo whatever, almost like a caricature of what manhood is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's not just from it's not from it's from all aspects of greater society
Right.
as a whole, really.
for sure. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you something, Jay. Like, I'm from the school of silence is strength.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to tell you that I'm a silverback gorilla, because by the time
Mm-hmm.
I finish, the
Come on, bro.
destruction is gonna show
Come on,
that I
bro.
was that guy.
For
You see what
real.
I'm saying?
Right.
For real.
And I think in society, everybody wants to make everybody know I'm a man, or I'm this,
Right.
or I'm that.
Right.
It's like what you like. Hey, if you do it, they will know. You don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ain't gotta have a parade in front of you saying that I'm
And
an alpha. Like, what kind of sense does that make?
yeah. Yeah. And that's no disrespect to men who do define themselves as that repeatedly or whatever. That's your business. I don't get in grown folk business. That's just my opinion for me personally, because it's like, man, calm, like you said, the parade, the announcements, just
Yeah,
live, be, and do. and people will conclude to that on their own,
Right.
strictly
Yes.
through observation.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Who was you waving at? Who? Hey everybody! Who? I miss him.
That's my bro. That's Mauricio. What's
Hey,
good,
what's up,
fam?
Mauricio? Oh, from the interview.
He's on
Yeah,
Welcome
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Mauricio.
Yeah. That's the homie. Thank you for coming through, bro.
And
Thank you for coming through.
Astatine 85.
Welcome in.
What's going on? Man, I'm loving this. This is what I'm talking
Me
about.
too, bro.
Yeah, this is good stuff. So I'm gonna play some more and then let me know when you want me to stop.
Okay.
We just have to play our parts and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah. As a man, we gotta pave our way.
Hey, Joey, stop right there.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make this part quick. So when you get away from me, when you see this, when this dude who putting on his welding hood, that's been this guy before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say that this is something that all men don't get supported in, because so much of our value is defined through our financial first off financials, and secondly more broadly through whatever your employment may be.
Yes.
Because I've said this in other lives, I'm gonna say this again. My wife having the same level of respect for me as her husband, whether I wore steel toes or hard sole shoes.
Yeah.
Whether I came in with welding gear, stepping out of a coveralls, or whether I had on a button down, she's never not respected me to the same extent.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of men don't get.
Right.
The 9-to-5 thing ain't appealing to greater society. I'm not even gonna get into the dating side of it. I haven't dated in over 20 years. I don't live in that world. But I could just tell the difference. I'll put it like this. Working two different types of jobs, I've had plenty. I see the way that I was looked at and treated when I got off work dirty, and I might have still had my steel toes on. I might have had my welding hat turned to the back. My shirt got burn holes in it from work, versus how I was looked at, treated, and perceived when I had on that button down. And, maybe to loosen the collar a little bit, got on some slacks and your nice shoes. That's how the world treat us.
Facts. I was going to say, I've seen him suited and booted. I've seen him dirty coming home from work. I've always been extremely, extremely proud of him. And y'all just don't know some of the jobs this man I had. Some of them I feel like he did to give me a heart attack. Come on, bro. But y'all will never know everything. That's his story to tell. But I'm just saying, I've always been extremely proud of him, no matter what. As long as he was happy and doing what he needed to do, we both did it together. It wasn't just on him, and that's how I was raised. It wasn't just on him. So I hope I lifted the burden a little bit. But I know that you had things that you had to do as a man, and I understand that. But
right.
Hey, look, out of all of this, here come Urban with Team April. Everything that Jay just went through, him bearing his soul, Urban comes through. I'm Team April.
I'm surprised it took her this long.
I'm just saying, folks don't know. I appreciate it, because y'all just don't know sometimes. This man, I don't know. Like, train that came back and like, are you, so I'm just saying.
Okay, thank you, Urban. Thank you, Urban.
There we go. With April not looking.
Well, April not looking. We'll take it. I'll take it.
But I'm gonna tell you something. What you said, Jay, is so true, because walk into a convenience store, and I don't care what your job is. Walk into a convenience store with grass on your face and protective goggles from weed eating and stuff looking crazy. Society looks at you different, because they make you inferior, because if you were worth more, you wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
Which ain't always true. And And like what April was saying about you, Jay, the fact that you did all of those things to provide for your family is what society should be looking at, not how you provided for your family.
Right.
There are
Right.
plenty of people that would have not done that and laid on the couch because you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, man. I mean, I was thankful. Hey, Tracy K, how you doing?
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, what's up, Tack?
Hey,
Tack
Tack.
coming on in here. I don't want to belabor the point, but I can't emphasize that enough because now that we older, I get it in a more profound way, and I'm always like, I'm just thankful. I mean, bro, when she say a lot of stuff, I mean, I spent one period in between good jobs, washing out old train engines, washing out
Gotcha.
train, bruh, with a pressure sprayer, covered from head to toe with. I mean, the suit wasn't enough to keep you completely protected. Like, you just get drenched and oily, and it was disgusting. But I went there every day because we had bills to pay. We had
Right.
obligations.
Yeah.
I done ran jackhammers. I done helped lay asphalt. I done helped. I've had so many different jobs over the course of my life, because I had to.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I being a man,
Yeah.
you know. So
many.
But you rock with me though.
Of course.
Because
I mean, there's times he walked out the door. I was worried if he would come home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have had some cool jobs. So.
I don't know if they cool, but
Scout. But go ahead.
But I feel like men have to be even kilter in a lot of different ways when it comes to society, when it comes to a lot of different things. Because if he loses his cool, he could lose his life. If he loses his cool, he can lose his freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be measured and you have to step accordingly and do what you got to do. And that means sometimes swallowing a whole bunch of stuff because you have to do what you have to do as a man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And there's a growth process that happens with that, because earlier, April, you mentioned how you'll be Jay's pit bull when he needs you to be his pit bull and that kind of deal. And as men, when we are trying to figure out the difference between the two, so often we are pit bull 24/7 because we don't know how to be the lad that lay on the front porch and watch the cars go by. I don't know how to do that. So it's a growth process and learning. And that's why when we get further into the song and he's talking about getting married and whatnot, that growth process changes and you learn. And see, that's to me where the strength comes in. Because, hey, look, I could kill you, but I choose not to. That's strength.
right.
To me, that's strength.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, and before we move on, if you're coming in from African Dreaming, make sure you hit that hashtag BCIAC, being country in another country. And I saw Jamie do it earlier, but while we're in here, y'all, hit that hashtag. Is it STSS?
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Jamia. I saw you do that earlier, and she mentioned everybody on the panel, and she just thank you for being such an amazing moderator, sister.
Yep.
So,
and STSS stands for
there you go.
I got you, Joe. I got you. Some things and some stuff podcast with African Dreaming. That's our podcast on Spotify. Y'all can check us out there. We got new episodes, and
we got one dropping either tomorrow or Monday.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but
y'all check it out. It's raw and unfiltered over there, so y'all check
there you go.
Yeah, hey, put your headphones in. Don't listen with your cheering.
Don't do it. You don't want them learning new words.
There you go, official Jamie. Boy, Mod Squad in action. That's what we talking about. There go the link. Listen, we gotta get this couple to 100 listeners. So when you go over there to the podcast, don't just click something and stop it. Let that thing play for a minute or two. That way you're registered as one of their listeners. because
Thank you.
we out here doing this entrepreneurial thing. This is another
Right.
way for them to generate. Look, they over there with wild boar and
Yeah.
lions. Listen for a minute and get them some love. Shoot, they ain't die going to check their mail. Look, they go out and check the mail, never come back because the lion. If you don't listen for a minute,
Don't forget about them hedgehogs, Joe.
oh
Yeah, man.
oh, yeah. Look, we out here
Oh, we
going.
was on the phone with Joe that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We going to the store get bacon. They got bacon chasing them. Y'all show them some love.
Hey, man. True story, man. Last night I saw a bug that I have never seen in my life.
Ever.
And that's the weirdest thing about living in different parts of the world. Guess what? They all got their own kind of bugs. Man, this joint right here, I had
I
to.
don't know what it was because I looked down. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
It was like what?
It was like a
stick and
it was like almost like a center scorpion, a little bit of centipede, a little
But it
scorpion.
had cricket legs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was all over the place. It
But
wasn't cool. I
It
didn't like
wasn't cool. And the way the head looked, he looked like Gary Busey in the face. So, it was crazy, bro. I've never seen nothing like this. No, it had like a head.
It
It
was
was weird. It was
a
weird.
strange looking thing, man.
Yeah.
Listen. They over there discovering new species of insect. If y'all don't listen for 1 minute, please, let's get
Yeah,
into
thank you,
100.
Joe. Thank you for that plug, bro.
Yeah.
What's
for
up,
sure.
755? How you doing, sis?
755?
Going on, sis? Yeah. Okay. So the bug had teeth.
He had teeth, man. It was,
Yeah. Man, look.
I should have took a picture, bro. I wish
Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then let me know where you want me to stop.
All right, bro.
To work and slave. There's no respect for you if you ain't paid. You're disregarded as a human and you can't complain. And if you ever make it up and actually reach that base and find a woman that you love and give her your last name, you'll feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say I can't.
Okay,
Bruh.
stop. Oh, you already stopped. Go ahead. You already stopped.
Listen, I don't know who Dax was talking to. I don't know what Dax been through, but when I tell you he got his finger on the pulse of masculinity,
Yes.
good
Yes.
gracious. Because
Yeah.
you get to a point where when you provide, you wonder, is it what you provide or is it you that matters the most?
Oh, that's real. That's real. And for
Well,
anybody,
he had to know it was him because we ain't had nothing.
as for shizzle, for shizzle. See what she
Joking,
did?
not joking.
She just summarized what I was finna do a whole elaborate breakdown on. She just said it in one sentence. No, man. Yeah, Joseph, chat, y'all know there is some poor folk in the world. Baby, shit, this woman is with me strictly out of love. If she
Yeah.
wanted to leave, are we still there with you, bro?
Yeah, we still good.
Huh.
Wow. On our wow, it says
Our stream unavailable.
stream suspended for policy violations. Wow.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
But it didn't do nothing to you?
Yeah, on our side.
Yeah, I can literally show, man.
Really?
Yeah, it just got us, bro. You see that?
What is?
Okay, we just got an email. Hold on, I'll sorry, Joe. I know we got subject matter, but this-
No, we're good.
Anyway, where'd the email go? It just said, okay, due to copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Oh, because we titled it the same video title. Because
even though we sharing the link. Hey, man,
wow,
I'm gonna say this here, bro. I guess apparently based on the email is because we have the same, and now it came back, but I don't know.
Weird.
Did it come back?
I wouldn't do this with.
Oh yeah, it's back.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
strange. I wonder why.
Am I back, y'all? Because
It's
people in the
back on
chat
this
saying,
side. It's back on our side.
So
Wow.
do you
Yeah,
wanna
Jay Mia said it's from my side.
do you wanna go in studio real quick and just add like a 2 at the end or something to your title, just in case?
Uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
We back, but that's weird that it just popped us out.
Yeah, because I mean, if it said that, at least if we do it
I'm
now,
just
then
gonna
Yeah.
put an
hopefully,
exclamation point.
yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
Well, two. Yeah, I saw that earlier. It's bugging me. Okay. Let's see if that helps.
yeah.
Wow, that's
okay.
weird.
Okay.
We
Well,
back now.
there we
So
go.
yeah.
Thank y'all, everybody, for letting us know. We
Yeah, thank
didn't.
y'all.
Hey,
Yeah.
755. I ain't got the grill right now. I get it though. Next time I come over there for catch you on the Monday mention. Yeah,
Okay,
that
cool.
was weird.
That was really
That was
weird. Huh.
But I guess in theory, if it's the same name or same title, I can see that because technically it's 2 different streams.
Right.
We just together. So,
Mhm.
well, see, y'all got some free knowledge. So if you do this, don't name it the same thing.
That
Exactly.
part. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
because we thought it might be the actual song content, but no, it was because of the title. So,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you live and you learn.
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. We doing this thing together, y'all. We doing this thing together. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 755. Listen, I ain't gonna touch that. I ain't finna touch that. Yeah, no, it wasn't about the song, GT. It wasn't about the
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I think you were making a point, bro. Go ahead.
What I was just gonna say, Jamie, are right. Look, they out here trying to whip our
Right.
legs.
Yeah,
what
man.
it is.
They trying to whip our leg. They don't want us to be great. All this greatness over here. Yeah.
But it's just difficult because
John 74. Pulled him out the bushes. I ain't even know
Right?
John was in
yeah,
here.
I ain't seen it.
Shout out John. Well,
Yeah. But it's difficult because until you find that comfort in a relationship, you will always wonder as a man, is it what you provide or is it your presence that matters more?
right.
And now once you know,
Right.
like you and April, then you know, but it takes time to get to that point.
Right.
That is the only way to tell is time and circumstances, because there are people since we having apart from a man perspective, a man point of view, man, I've had friends who knew good and doggone well if they lost that job or if that Benz went away, she was
Yes.
finna go away. I can't
Yes.
imagine living like that. I can because that man, we just regular old country folk.
Right.
Being for show and being for buzz and with the Joneses, I ain't never caught up with the Joneses. I can't keep up with them because I don't even know where they live. We live
Yeah.
So
I think Vision said it best the other day. He said, "I'm not keeping up with the Jones because they filed for Chapter 11."
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Man,
Now,
I'm telling you, bro. Go ahead, bro.
before I read Tax comment, what you said, Jay, is so true because I ain't finna come home and have the same pressure that I got outside because
Yeah.
that's one of them. Like, I need to know that you with me, even if we ain't got nothing, because
Yep.
I come here to get rid of some stress. You know, I'm trying not to bring the stress in, but if you are a source of the stress, man, please.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
That's too much.
No, that's real, bro.
Yeah.
That is real. This is just my opinion as a man. Every man got their own opinion. One of the reasons I can chill with my baby so hard, for one, it's almost, sometimes I forget we've been together as long as we have, because 90% of the time it still feel like we just met. If
Yeah.
you together long enough, you go through them ebbs and flows and stuff. That's one.
And I'm a bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm an honorary
She
bro.
is like hanging
Yeah.
out with you.
Yeah.
She just cool. She cool AF. And man, peace, bro. Having that sanctuary, to add on to what you said, Joe.
Yeah.
Having that Man, I love being at the house because my house is peaceful. I would
Yes.
stay gone. I would stay gone. I'll walk out the door, out the gate, off the property, and go sit in the middle of one of these pastures and hang out with goats and chickens. If my
Uh-huh.
house just
Right.
that's the best thing about life to me is peace at this
That's it.
stage in my life.
And I gotta throw this out real quick before I catch up with the chat. If y'all have not had a chance to catch the Get to Know Me challenge, what was T-Nog's challenge name?
Yeah,
Getting to know you challenge. Getting to know
Getting
you
to know
tag.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
getting to know you. If you want to see two adults finish each other's whistle, then you got to go check. Cause listen, that is permanently burned in my brain. That was one of the cutest things that I ever saw. Cause both of y'all look like, stop it.
How she gonna pick my whistle?
I didn't know. We just started whistling. I didn't know what he was.
But I had no clue that she would go. Yeah. And it just so happened to be whistle while you twerk. So I mean work. Whistle while you work. I ain't know she was gonna whistle that. So
y'all gotta check it out. Y'all gotta check it out. Matter of fact,
hey Miss V, how you doing?
Hey, Ms. V.
if you coming from my side, go watch that video and hit the subscribe button over there for them. How about that?
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, Paul's Gaming.
Hey, Paul.
What's going on, Miss V? How you doing, sis? Libra Krista, how you doing, fam? Thank you for coming through.
Welcome.
Let me read Tack's comment. He said, I found myself working to provide for my family and forgot who I'm in the household. I take my wife and 2 children seriously when it comes to work to provide for them. Whoa, that's you get Tack is saying that you can get lost in providing and you forget to enjoy the providing because you are so focused on providing. That's deep, bro.
Right. That's profound, man. That's profound. I think I can allude to it as the song progresses a little bit, but I actually have had points in my life where the goal was provision of family so strongly to the extent, and it's like being between a rock and a hard place because I got so caught up in making sure I was a provider, I didn't realize my absence was as I was gone all the time. But again, this is catch-22. How I'm gonna take care of you? How I'm gonna take care of y'all and be with you every day? I all the time, man. That's why I chill and spend so much time with Sweet Pea right now, because hell, we got catching up to do.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's so true. There's this Instagram post and it says something very similar to what you said, Jay. Like I can't provide for you and be here at the same time. It's difficult, and it's not until later on in life when you can be there because you have provided to provide the current financial or whatever state that you have, that you can't enjoy it. You done got osteoporosis. You like me, you ain't got no hair, your teeth falling out, and now you like, I'm here to spend time with you. And they like, who is you?
Who is you? Who is you? Why are you here? Like, baby, I'm home. You know what I'm saying?
Big Rooster, what's good, big bro?
What's up, Big Rooster? Thank you, Miss V, for sharing out. Libra Krista, thank you for being here.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank everybody for being here on both sides, man. Big Roo, what's up, man? Great live last night. 10 can sing. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but my goodness, y'all need to check out Big Rooster live from last night.
Yes, indeed. Show that man some love. Man, I'm
I'm just really hyped about this whole conversation we having, bro, because this,
Me too.
and I think you can't have this kind of conversation with
Hey, Miss Tracy.
Hey, Miss Tracy Anderson, how you doing? You can't have this kind of conversation with everybody. And
Yes.
I couldn't think of a more logical, down to earth, reasonable, respectful person to engage in this type of conversation with, because it's really nuanced, man. Here we is, we two men and a wife talking about feelings, and just that in and of itself is almost so unorthodox that it's taboo to do it.
Yes.
Yet here we are, bro.
And the crazy thing is, like, literally, I watched the song with the reviewer, and then I went back and I watched the song by itself from Dax, because I wanted to, because reviewers stop like we're doing now when they talk. I wanted to get the full power of the song. I listened to it, and like that joint almost had me sweating out my eyeballs, because the realness of this was so strong. And then literally my next thought was, I need to review this. And literally the thought after that was, I'm calling Jay and April. And that was it. Like, that's it. Like, hey, we finna do this.
And I'm glad you did. I'm glad, because I had seen Dax before and I heard some of his stuff. But when you introduced me to this, I was like, man, I had baby. I was like, babe, hey, come check this out real quick, because Joe we're gonna talk about this. And it's
powerful.
It is. Hey, Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear and Grace Guys. Bro, wow, man, it was something that you said. I was gonna say something about it. It'll come back to me anyway. It'll come back.
Hey, Grace Hines, how you doing, sis? Thank you for coming through. Because
I remember.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I just wanted to say, my heart break a little bit for it touched my soul for all the good men that I know personally and have known who don't have what I have.
Yes.
I could have picked her, she could have picked me, and it still could have went. It could have went anyway, because people, you can't be together this long. You grow into different people. You either grow into better versions of yourself or worse versions of yourself. And the worst one is the one in the middle, where you just stay the same.
Yeah.
That, if you lack growth in any direction, let it be one of the two. So that could have happened for us too. That's why I see myself as extremely blessed, extremely fortunate to have been able to find, as a man, find a woman that I could share this. Over half of my life with, and be growing, and we both try to be the best we can be for one another.
Right.
But it's a whole lot of good men out here, and women, but now we talking about men who just, man, it's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
And the part he was talking about finding a wife and everything like that. You tell him
what I do now.
No, you didn't want to marry me. See, we talked about marriage, but I was cool if we didn't. I was fine. If you still boyfriend and girlfriend to this day, I'll be fine. Marriage was never, the goal for me. I love him, he loved me, but you don't want to marry me until when?
Oh,
you had to put some things in.
Yeah. So we had a little relocation situation. And, we relocated, and now we out in the Pacific Northwest. I had got a new gig. Yes, hey, for me to not be tech savvy, that was my first online job. That I was via online, and this back when AOL still had dial-up and stuff. But anyway, it was in manufacturing at the time. Man, I had some stuff to get done. I knew I wanted to marry. Man, I had to get my doggone 90 days done. I had to get my 401k set up. Like, I had to get not tenured in, what you call but not grandfather. I had to get all my stuff, all my ducks in a row. And then after that,
the probationary period.
probationary period and all of that, and then I had to wait a little bit longer till the 401k and the insurance and all of that, and then I called the mama and daddy, and then everything else is history. But yeah, I had to, because provider mode, like this is the biggest step I'm
Yeah.
gonna ever take in my life. So, yeah.
And that's so true, Jay, because I think as men there is a pressure that when you agree to provide, that you are prepared to provide.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's one thing to have the desire to provide, but if you don't have a way to provide, then that desire is oftentimes looked down on by society, because
yeah,
ultimately it's results. Yeah, you say you wanna, but how you gonna? You see what I'm saying?
right,
Mhm.
So,
right,
so
right.
there's a pressure there of like, no, when I talk to April's parents, I want to know that I got all my ducks in a row, and that
Yeah,
anything that's, listen, I'm prepared to do the same. You know what I mean? Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right. But the best part about it was getting myself that prepared for somebody who loves me, even if it all went away, or
yes,
even if the circumstances of how and to the degree I can provide went away. So that was uh it's an old song. Some of y'all youngsters in here might not know about that. It's called Fair Weather Friend. Uh Only thing worse than a fair weather friend is a fair weather partner that you sharing your life with. Cause baby, we didn't have we've had some good days, and we've had some hills to climb.
Yeah, we
yeah,
have.
We've had
yeah.
some weary days and some sleepless nights. But we did it together. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So,
Some muddy, slippery hills too.
girl, hush. Girl, hush.
Thank
I
you,
got,
Big Bruce.
I
Oh,
got,
yeah. Oh.
yeah, I gotta go do something real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay, we
Okay,
got you,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
We're
no
holding for it
problem.
down, bro. We got you. We got you. We got you. Uh,
Thank you, Big Bruce, for the super sticker. That's
oh,
what's up.
we can't get him right now. Bro. If you was over here, we gonna get you right. Well, you are over
Yep.
here, but
Yeah.
we don't have the.
Right.
This,
Joe hosting. So
yeah, this is
thank you,
our.
Big Bruce, for
We,
supporting the channel. I don't know who. I don't even know who.
I don't even know.
Thank you, Big Bruce. We
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
supporting the conversation. I don't know who it went to, but uh, man, you had a 5-show last night, boy.
Yeah, you did.
I'm some. You talk about some laughing. My goodness. Who was it? Unbiased, Big Rooster, J3GS Farm. I forget the other gentleman name who was up there. And then 10 came up. David Corey came up. Man,
That was a star-studded event.
it was. It was.
Hey everybody. Hey Grace Guys. I know we spoke. We're gonna speak in. What's up, Nightbot? Nightbot in here doing his thing.
What's up, Nightbot?
Official
Yeah.
Jamia holding it down, moderating. We appreciate you, love.
Yes. And this new thing we're using here is pretty cool. Now
Yeah.
it ain't bad. It's my first time doing it. I don't know how often we'll do it. It's a nice little feature. I guess for me personally, it ain't something I plan on using on the regular, but for certain maybe events like this,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
I mean, it's cool, and I had questions about because I see other people do it, so I was. It seemed like it would be kind of confusing sometimes because you don't know who the host is. You might not know who the host is, and if people want to come up, you have to go through the host, I believe.
I know Miss V's talked about it. MTGV TV has talked about this. She got a live on that. Y'all can check that out. Yeah. I think Official J Mia and Swoop used it on Thursday, I believe it was. Yep. And it worked out pretty good for them.
It's a pretty cool feature, but I'm guessing that the host has to be the one that drops the link or invites people up because I don't even see the option on our end.
Right, yeah, we can't do nothing. We can't click and put stuff over on the screen. Right, we can't do none of that. Man, Black Rain, what's up,
Black
bro?
Rain? It's been a minute.
Coming through from Florida.
Good to see you.
How you doing down there, bro? It's good to see you.
Thank you, GT, for coming over. Y'all going the
back and forth. Yeah,
we appreciate it.
I was just finna look right now because I don't know who, like, how many is in each one. It's
well, altogether, I believe altogether it's 30 wonderful people in the chat. But I think you see this link here, baby. I think that's showing people that's on our coming on our channel.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a really, really cool feature.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been testing it out. So it's
seemed to
cool
work.
to like do it.
Mhm.
Try it out. Hey, Miss Tracy Anderson up in here.
Yeah, I would at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
At minimum,
yeah.
like just to see how you like it. Somebody that you collab with regularly, definitely
yeah,
why
I think
not?
it's cool to combine audiences because it might be people on your end
Mhm.
that you're sharing it with that might not might not be connected to that person, so it's a good way for people to connect. So I think it's cool. I like it.
Right.
Okay, Official Jamie said yes, the host is the one who shares the links. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Miss D's Hollywood Garden. How you doing?
Miss D's Hollywood. Thank you for being here.
Oh wow! I want to put I want to put it on the screen. I can't. My sister Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear said, "Look, we have 28 years next month." First off, hashtag congratulations, yes. Man. My sister, let's see. We dated for 3.5 years before. Excuse me. Before we got married. We have had lots of highs and lows, but we are still here. When we got married, we were 19 and 20. Neither of us had anything. Right. Hashtag same. Yep. A whole lot of it the same.
Yeah, we dated for 5 years. 5 years before we got married. 5. You gotta watch them.
Yeah.
You gotta watch each other.
Yeah, you gotta watch her too. And look at them. Look at them and watch them. And judge them. Much love to you. Much love to you, Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear. Yeah. That is beautiful. That's rare. Y'all been together longer than most of these folks in this chat been alive.
Sure enough. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, real quick. Let me play the song to get Big Bro right for dropping the super sticker.
Yeah.
Fair warning, y'all might catch me dancing. Depends on if I can remember to stop. Boy, that's I don't know. Man, hashtag epidemic sounds. Listen, man, they over there. They over there. I use epidemic for everything.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I got a correction real quick. Yeah. And shout out again, Big Rooster, for the love.
Yes.
Callie said no. They dated for 3.5 months.
Whoa.
Well, when it's real, it's real.
You know when you know.
When you know, you know, man.
Congratulations to y'all.
28 years.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, that is amazing. Oh, we got Black Rain in the building passing through.
Yeah, man. I applaud the people tipping on over off in here like that.
Yeah. All right, so let me catch up. Boy, AJ, we over here. Life is life and right about now. But we finna keep this live stream going. But I'm gonna call you when it's over. We're gonna talk about something. Miss D, how you doing? Thank you for coming through, sis. We appreciate you. 3.5 months. Yeah. Boy, I tell you.
3.5 months, bro. My goodness.
But they weren't wrong.
Hey, for real.
Facts.
For real. And especially with that, we both had nothing part.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Man, I think I want to say I had about $7 and she might have had, I don't know, man, $5.26. Yeah. But we still here. We still together.
Hey, listen, you take a bite of the Big Mac, I take a bite of the Big Mac, and we hope the soda lasts.
For real, bro. Yeah, humble beginnings, baby. Humble beginnings.
Yep.
But ultimately look at, and that's the thing that I wanted to kind of highlight as you were talking earlier, the confidence with which both April and Jay speak because of the things that they've been through and how real it is, it I'm gonna use one of your words, Jay. When you juxtapose that to the message of this song, you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like this
Yeah.
ain't this ain't no all end cap in Walmart. Like this is different. This this is real. You see
It's
what I'm
real,
saying?
baby.
Yeah,
This is real.
it
This
don't
is
stop.
life.
It don't
Yeah,
Right,
stop.
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
keep
This
going.
It don't stop, man. And that's I don't think enough men acknowledge that that's actually what they feeling, is knowing that you may be in a circumstance either with a long-term relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, or even married, that if you fail to be at your absolute best at all times, people go away. That
Mhm.
love goes away. That, I mean, you
hmm
know, if you get used to a high earning income, and I'm not even talking about necessarily white collars, because the part of the world we from, a whole bunch of cats make some money out in them oil fields, bro.
Facts.
I'm talking
sure.
about real good money out in them oil
Yeah,
fields.
yeah.
And as soon as that off, the money goes away, or this ain't like that, or that ain't like that. Some dudes still make real good money out at the plant. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
hmm
I'm talking about close to six figures, sometimes over, depending on overtime.
hmm
But as a man, what kind of pressure is that, knowing that if you ain't putting in uh 85-hour work weeks, you might not be loved no more,
Right.
or
Yeah,
if you can even call it. So
yeah. Yeah. And see, like over here in this in North Carolina, there was a time Weyerhaeuser was a big place. Man, if you worked at the Weyerhaeuser paper mill, it didn't matter
mm-hmm.
whether your collar was blue, white, or purple.
Yes,
You
sir.
was finna have the latest, you know. Hey, look, what's your
Yes,
dream
sir.
truck, Jay? That F1, was it 350?
Oh man. A 2013 F350 King Ranch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Lariat.
one.
Yeah.
The Lariat, yeah, yeah. But you can pull up in that Lariat to the paper plant, you know what I mean? Making that money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure enough. Sure
Boy, they
enough.
wouldn't even let me look at one now. I think, man, I'm serious. Them trucks $80,000+, bro.
Yeah.
I can't pull. I can't do it. I can't do it, baby. Mm-mm.
I got 8 cents. Does that count?
That's
I'm
about right, bro.
sorry.
You
I, I didn't move the decimal point. My fault. My fault. You know what I mean? Hold on. Come on now. Shoot, that's the whole house.
mm-hmm.
Facts.
For
Yeah.
real.
um. All right. So I'll play a little bit more, and then let me know when you want me to stop.
Okay, I got you. Got you.
Can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know.
When you look at that man's face,
Yep.
man, I've been there before.
Yep.
In
Mhm.
Yep.
internal
If you a
ex
man, you have.
that is the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you were just trying to see your way out. Like
Yep.
I gotta find the door to get out of this pressure.
Yep.
It's
Yep. And
crazy.
go ahead. You can keep playing, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say here in a minute.
Oh, well, hold on 1 second. My wife's calling me. Let me see what she wants.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll go ahead and say this in the meantime. Then this is my lived and life experience as a man. This is one of the things that oh man, I really do pray and ask the Most High for strength, because when my brother was still here, when you best friends from the time you 14 and 15 years old, into your 40s, that's friends. That's a friendship that you can't even explain to nobody unless they've experienced it themselves. I can go to my wife for certain stuff, but it's something about when you the end all be all. A lot of times for many men, it stops at them because the kids can come to daddy, relatives come to daddy, come to uncle, the wife can go to husband. Not to say that a husband can't go to his wife,
Right.
but if I come to my wife crying, somebody better been done passed away. Somebody better, been done left this realm of existence. I'm saying that to say that so many times it stops at us. Who do we go to?
Right.
Who
Ooh.
do you go to when you who everybody else come to? You don't have that shoulder to lean on. You don't have that person to cry to open up. Sometimes to ask for money or ask for help and say I'm vulnerable, because you are that for everybody. And before my man passed away, that was somebody that we could, because we basically raised each other in a lot of ways. I think sometimes men often just sit in the loneliness that they feel. You know you ain't got nobody to go to, so you don't even look for it. You just keep doing what you gonna do, and get you an adult beverage, and if you gotta take your soul to the laundromat, you do that while the rest of the house sleep, and that can be a lonely feeling.
Bruh, you said a whole mouthful right there, because now this is what I thought about as you were saying that. Now y'all know I'm out here hashtag trying to be a gardener. So pouring all
Doing
the
it. You
seeds,
ain't trying, baby. You doing it.
pouring all the seeds in the cup and all that good stuff. So I was talking to Jay and April yesterday, and thank you for all the advice, Jay, about my tomato plants, my cucumbers, and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
before I put the relief holes in the containers that I got my tomatoes in, we had several days of hard rain. And the rain is good for the plants, but they were drowning. They were receiving so much that they were just waiting for the water to go away, but there was no way for it to happen. And man, as men, sometimes we are drowning in pressure, and we are literally drinking, sitting, driving, tinkering in the garage, something, just waiting for the pressure to go away.
Go away.
And
Man.
praying it don't come back tomorrow as fast as it did today.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. That's real, fam. That is real. That is real. I got nothing to add. You dropped the mic,
You
man.
said that.
You said it.
Hey, Lou, you know why? Because I feel pressure right now, and it ain't from my wife, but it's a different. It's a whole other conversation. Let's play the video, Joe. Play the video.
It's not about how you feel, but what you find inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon, and our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, because we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No one.
Stop it right. Oh, okay, you already did. See, we always in. Yeah.
Go ahead, big bro.
Bruh,
You go first.
I'm just gonna say, my uncles and my older cousins who raised me, because before my mom remarried, I love my pops. He came along later in my life, so I had already grown quite a bit. I kind of touched on this earlier. It's unfortunate, but I see the necessary in it, because even though you want to make those who come behind you, you want to make their life a little bit easier. How do you do that while simultaneously knowing how you done been treated? How the world done whooped up on you and dogged you, So we get as men sometimes put in the situation of trying to not mistreat those behind us by being overly stern or too rah rah rah, and show love and compassion even if we didn't get it ourselves, while simultaneously being responsible for assuring that the ones coming behind you, be them offspring, be it offspring, or nieces or nephews or whomever, and you got to prepare them and make them ready to survive, not only survive, but survive and potentially thrive in this same world that's gonna whoop you down every day.
Yes.
How
Sway? How
you do that?
and I'm glad you mentioned that, big bro, because like we've talked on many occasions outside of this platform, and
Mm-hmm.
hold on.
Okay. Yeah, but
Hey, Emotion, welcome in.
What's
Nancy
up,
B the
brother?
Scratcher. Thank
How
you
you
for
doing?
being here.
Hey, Miss
Appreciate
Nancy.
y'all.
Miss Nancy B the Scratcher. Shout out DJ Ron, because I know
Yeah.
he's somewhere close.
He around.
Y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself.
That's right.
I saw something else that let me go back up while we got time. I'm gonna go back up to what Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear had said. Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear said, now mind you, this is a woman, they 28 years together now, her and her husband. Said we went to the swap meet and paid $6 for his ring and $8 for mine. You know, the silver rings. And we lived with my family until we were ready to move out. We were in college, so my family helped. Man, if I could go back and do it all over again, everything happened the way it was supposed to, because we needed to be out in the world so we could grow and see the world the way we see it and appreciate it. But man, I wake up, it depends on what day you ask me. I wish I could be living with my folks right now.
You ain't lying.
For real. I mean, if we get in, man, look, having support like that is a beautiful thing. Being loved like that by family is a beautiful thing.
Yep.
And
it's a blessing, because everybody doesn't get that.
Everybody don't get that.
Yeah.
And as far as the swap meet and them rings and stuff, man, where my glasses at? You needed glasses to see the first ring I brought April. Still need some glasses to see that little something. But she was just as happy and proud and whoa that. And then I kept stacking them checks, and over time I gotta, keep moving up. And I'm still trying to move up so I can be better and do better and give her stuff like that. But the fact that she care about it so little makes me want to work harder to give it to her, because it ain't what matter to her. So shout out to y'all again, Pooh Bear.
But and that's where the beauty comes in. It is when it's not important. As men, we want to do more because we know that if we don't, it's okay. Because it takes that pressure away. And when the pressure is gone, the focus increases and the drive is better because we can see clearly. Trying to see through pressure, you might as well be trying to look through a brick wall.
Nah, that's real. Yeah. That's real. And something else that you I'm thinking about this dude and his kids, and I'm thinking about what you just said. And again, this ain't a comparison of men versus women, but I'm gonna say, I think that if a woman is a nice person, it's easier for that woman to just be a nice person. I ain't saying women don't have to, because women test women in other ways. It's usually being snarky or snide, or, what I'm saying? It's real kind of catty-like. For some. Let me clarify that. For some. For men, if you grow up in certain environments like how I grew up, being hard is everything. You got to prove. Somebody either going to try to whoop up on you, or you going to have to whoop up on them. I done been jumped a couple of times in my life. I done been shot at a couple of times in my life. None of that what I'm proud of. But it took growing up into that man that realized, I can't let this be my end all be all.
Yeah.
But it's so hard as a man because the world really needs to see you. How can I put this? Sometimes as men, we put in situations where we literally have to show how physically aggressive we can be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people get around that by via sports. Some people
Mm-hmm.
get around that by other avenues. But depending on what the world you grew up in looked like, man, I went through. It was about 3 years of my younger life. Man, it seemed like I had to fight every other day.
Yeah.
I'm talking about physically, and
Yeah.
it wasn't no big deal. Bro, I'm gonna tell you the wildest thing I ever seen was 2 different fights happening on the same street that didn't have nothing to do with each other. On the same street. Everybody fight. One was in the middle of the street, the other one was in the middle of the street down at the corner. Didn't have 2 completely separate situations, bro.
Uh-huh.
That was what growing up was like. And you know, me and you done talk, man. I like marble racing. I like some of the corniest,
Me too.
nerdiest stuff in the world. And it
I
took
just
me-
finished watching the latest one before the stream started.
I told you, as long as Cat's Eye don't win, I don't care, man. I'm good. I'm good. I don't like that marble for some reason. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I just want to say that because man, that's dangerous. Like Baby said earlier, if we lose our cool, it could be the end of our life. It could be the very end of us. And then being in a position where proving yourself sometimes via violence, again, that's another catch-22, man. Hey, shout out Wellness with Frugal Mama. Yes, ma'am. Texas fam. More Texas folk up in here.
Yeah. And I was gonna say something real quick based on what you were just saying, big bro. Our world is a perspective of those that we know and those that we are associated with. And it reaches a point where at some point, what's going on, bro? Kind of like what you were saying earlier, it's that rite of passage. We have to prove to those that we know and those that we are generally associated with that we are tough enough, strong enough to be left alone.
Exactly. It
was that way for me in school. I mean, you know, I'm 4 eyes, glasses, and you know, I'm the new nerd with contacts now. But you know, I with glasses, and, and, you know what I mean. I was a smart kid. Everybody always wanted to start something with me, and I'm minding my business because I was the one everybody chose to prove who they were by me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I done gotten fights, glasses flying off my face, and all kinds. But
that's horrible, man.
It just, yeah, and that's what this whole thing about life is. And the part of the song that we paused on, and what I wanted to say before I had to get off earlier, based on our conversations that we've had, big bro.
Yeah,
you were raised by just your mom. But now you are helping to raise nieces and nephews and instilling in them qualities that you never got a chance to see somebody do. But you're doing it because you know what it means for the next cycle. You see what I'm saying? And I couldn't help but think about my pops. Like, little man's 10. My grandfather on my dad's side left when he was like 8. All the few things he does remember is my grandfather beating up on my grandmother. That's all he remembers. But when I tell you, from day one, as soon as I was old enough to remember, I knew that man was on my side. Always there. Showed me things. He taught me how to be a man of what it really means, because it's not always about silverbacks and breaking bamboo trees and beating on your chest. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't have anybody to show him how to do that. He had to learn it on his own. And
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of the elements that I just knew would be so impactful, is because what he's talking about right here, you broke that curse, if you will, Jay. My
Thank you, bro.
pops broke that. Because
Thank you.
now things are on a positive. You're welcome, big bro. You're welcome. And I wanted to highlight that, because just because something has happened to you doesn't give you the right to keep doing it. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why one of my sayings is don't let the smooth taste fool you. Cause
Yeah.
you can think you can play it sweet if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I chose a long time ago in my adult life that I want to be a kind, happy person. That's how I want to truly live and how I want to present to the world, because that's my authentic self. But I had to be okay with being that person. What
Yeah.
made it easier is having a woman who appreciate that side of me being my authentic self, but at the same time, she already know if somebody run up,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna slide. I'm just gonna
yeah,
slide to
right,
that.
right.
Hey, look, time to let the goons out.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's so hard being a man, because I know a whole bunch of, I know a lot, I can't even count people who really just want to live in peace and be left alone. They nice guys. They may be watching anime right now or on their Xbox or their PlayStation,
Yeah.
but they grew up hood just more than you could even imagine.
Yeah.
Baby, I can peep suburban hood versus
Mm-hmm.
folk who really, y'all still living in Section 8 hood. And I don't mean that ain't to put nobody down or
Yeah.
nothing, but I can smell it a mile away. I know when you real, or when you
Yeah.
really got mom and dad at the house, and you don't have to be living like that. You
Yeah.
choose it because it look fun.
Uh-huh.
Folk be playing. Look, I digress.
Listen.
A lot of men want to just live peacefully, but they got an inner goon that they be trying to suppress and
Right.
don't want to be that person. Cause all y'all on here, y'all done seen my fun side,
Yeah.
my happy side. Baby, don't get it twisted. Your boy done live too.
Right.
But I don't want that to be all I'm about.
Right. And that's not your first impulse
At
either.
all.
That takes a lot of self-control.
At all.
When you've been in fight or flight mode most of your life, your first impulse is to protect yourself.
Yep.
So you have to be like I said, you have to be measured in the things you do and how you say it and how you proceed and walk through this life. So that's not his first impulse. He's kind. He's gonna back it up. He's gonna like try to figure out like,
Thank you,
hey,
sweet pea.
what's going on here.
Yeah.
Even with me, I might come in hot. He be like, hey, what,
Mm-hmm.
instead of coming at me how I come at him sometimes. That's not gonna work. So one of us got to be level-headed. You know, sometimes it's him, sometimes it's me. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on one second. Hold the fort down for just a minute. Just a minute. Let me.
I got you,
Yeah,
bro.
no
I got you.
Who up in here?
Yeah, who up in here? What y'all got going on? Let's see. Somebody else came in a while ago, didn't it?
Did you speak to what? Hey, welcome to Frugal Mama.
Well, we spoke. Our Texas family, Emotion, that came in here.
What's up, Emotion? What you?
I got it, baby.
Okay.
Go back to the chat. Let's see.
Who else?
We really want to thank everybody.
Yes.
Who done came up in here and who contributed. Libra Krista said something about some pizza earlier. I was gonna say something about it.
Something about some gluten-free,
and I think was it cauliflower pizza? I don't know.
It was cauliflower. Something
Cauliflower. Okay.
That sounds good. I did.
Yeah.
I tried.
Me too.
Who else? GT still rocking with us strong.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming over on our African Dreaming page, Libra. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope you stick around and watch some of my content and become a subscriber.
Hit that subscribe button. We sure ain't gonna be mad at you. We ain't gonna hold it against you.
You sure won't. And thank y'all to all the wonderful people up here. Ooh, 755 said I made tacos. I want a taco. 755. I love tacos.
For real.
You make crunchy tacos or you make soft tacos?
I like them both.
I like them both too. What you put in them tacos?
Now, April favorite.
I know you did it. I know you did it.
Man. Look,
I like crunchy tacos.
I know you like. I like them both. But I think my favorite is soft taco. Because when I get down by halfway, I end up turning it into a burrito anyway. I always end up folding it up and just kind of balling it up and eating it like a burrito.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Libra. We appreciate that. We
Okay.
do.
755 said, "Come see on my on my community tab."
I sure will.
Yeah.
I sure will. That's what I'm talking about. 755, like, come see.
Yeah, she like, see. I
know
could
that's
tell
right.
you about it, but y'all
I
slide
know
on
that's
over.
right.
Yeah, James
Hey,
Guy,
James, guys.
and who else? Oh, James Franklin was in here earlier. Did we speak?
I don't know if he spoke. Hey, James.
James,
you
if you
still here?
yeah, bro, if you still in here, man, we got into the conversation and might have missed it, and that go for anybody else that we may have overlooked
Yes.
or missed. We appreciate all of y'all for being in here. This is our first time trying this new feature.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to look too oily in front of y'all because my
You gotta get your T's
my
on.
T's on, honey. I got to get my T's on. So I won't be all oilificationalized in front of y'all.
Not oilificational ties.
Yeah.
Hitting with the words.
That's right.
That's what's up. But we really appreciate y'all. Like Baby said, we doing the shared destination. So we're here on Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek channel, as well as our channel African Dreaming. And if y'all not familiar with us, come on by. Come on by African Dreaming. Check us out.
Right, and 755, drop that hashtag BCIAC in there so they can get over there and see them tacos.
That's right.
Yeah.
That part.
We talking about the tacos you made.
Yeah,
75. You gotta talk. Come on, this 755 media. You gotta be clear with her because you don't know what kind of taco 755 media been put up there. So I'm just saying.
I'm sure she kept it PG with the taco.
I hope so.
Hey, Shanna.
Hey, Shanna.
Shanna over here.
And Jason somewhere. I don't know where he at, but shout out Jason. Much love, brother. Shanna, thank you for being here.
Yes.
I was gonna say something else. I think I told 755 Media already that somebody, what's that boy name? Somebody said something about trying to get a hold of her so they could get some more lip gloss.
Oh, his
name is Shamondre. Yeah, I was like, who is this reaching out to us? Why don't you just go straight to 755 Media?
Accessory.
Accessory.
So they can reapply. If you don't know, check out 755 and Accessory.
Yeah.
I saw you said that earlier. 755. It looks fine on. It kind of looks all. It looks all right on my phone.
Oh,
on our channel.
Yeah.
But 755. But it looks
a little blurry on her.
But on my phone, we look clear. But she said it looks blurry. I wonder if the shared destination feature is making us blurry on our end.
I don't know. Like this song we'll probably use with Joe, but I think it's cool. Yeah. I'm not necessarily like super sold on it one way or the other. I guess because it's my first time. And
we had a slight issue earlier. I don't know if some of y'all was in here because it kind of kicked us out for a minute, and it said that and we got an email saying I think because we titled it the same thing, so I don't know if other people have done the shared destination, if they changed the titles or if they had the same title, if they had that same issue. It kicked us out for a minute,
and then it
popped back up. Yeah. So.
But it came back.
I don't know. But
Shanna said we look clear to her.
Okay. Cool.
I switched streams to give you both the what. Oh, thank you, Irvin. Thank you. And I gotta say, because even though this is our first time doing that, and shout out to you for that, sister. Urban Garden Chronicles
was live earlier
today, so y'all can check her out. I gotta catch up. I haven't seen it myself because we were busy. I had a late night messing around with Big Rooster and them, and so I'm surprised I ain't more tired than I am right now.
I know
because I was
right. You stayed up way later than I did.
Way late. Yeah, I went to sleep about 9:00 this morning and slept a few hours and then got back up.
You doing that, baby?
I know, man. I can't help it. Them people did what they did to me. Keto Mama Michelle. Hey, Keto Mama, how you doing?
Welcome in.
But what I'm going to say about what Urban Garden Chronicles is doing, and I'm sure other people, because I think some people been back and forth supporting both sides.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I don't like about this. I'm more of an all or nothing at all type guy. I would rather collab and either take turns but it does have its benefits to split the audience because you can You can bring in
You
people
can bring in people. Yeah.
but you can also kind of do that the
Right,
other way
right.
too.
I'm a little confused as to how if everybody gets to watch ours because it's live streaming on both streams,
Mhm.
but is it is it based on the people that's watching your channel, the amount of watch hours that you
right.
get based on who's watching from your side and who's watching from the other side? So
Right. And
if people know,
it's so new. I know people have talked about that. Miss V did a video on it, and other people have talked about it. But I think that it's so new. I don't see how you could really know definitively one way or because of delay and accurate. Oh, that's another good point. Well, when Frugal Mama said, "I want to see both chats."
Right. I think, well, for the most part, we're seeing everybody that's in here on both sides. So I think that's
but
good.
But no, Joe's chat is actually different. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, his chat is different from ours because like when Big Rooster made the contribution a while ago, it showed up over here, and then you can see when Black Rain came in. I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same.
The super chat came on Joe's. That's why he could see that, because I saw it there, but I didn't see it on ours because we're watching on our channel.
But see, I'm looking at some people who in our chat who not over on his. Like basically everybody who got this, like 755.
Well, yeah, I see the ring though. I see people that have like the link.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because they not over here. That's why. That's why that's there. Because they're not.
Oh, they're not over
there.
They're
not over there.
Oh,
right.
I see.
Right. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
So.
But wait a minute.
Because and anybody that you do see is because they going back and forth.
Right. Okay, I see.
Right.
Now I see. Because I'm only looking on our our channel.
And this one is motivation chat.
So it's the people that okay.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's kinda,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on it.
You can't see everything, so maybe if people talk about it and because they'll ask what kind of improvements, maybe they'll add that as a feature.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's a big disadvantage though.
It is. And I wonder if it was like that for Restream though, because Restream had this feature.
Restream was different. Yeah.
Restream had this feature before,
which we've actually used.
StreamYard had it. You could telecast on 2 different channels.
Right.
So I was,
Official J Mia said, if you are in one chat, you can't see the other unless you are on 2 different devices. See, that's a lot, man.
That would be the biggest drawback, I think, because a lot of the times it's the audience, because the chat be popping, and sometimes you'll see stuff in the chat that you're addressing, but everybody else can't see it.
Right.
And then people get to interact.
With each other. So and that's how you grow, and that goes back to what I was right. Yeah. And then to what degree can you really connect? Because the advantage is, okay, if I have this audience and you have that audience, then we can mesh audience so people can meet each other. But they really can't because you can't see this chat. You could have 50 people over on this side and 50 people over on that side that can't see what all you doing. So I never was super hyped, but I'm less and less sold on this.
Like I said, I can see how people are confused as to who somebody else is talking to, because they don't even see it. Like, respond to this comment, but why can't I see it?
Why can't I see it?
So,
or if one chat might be like super crunk over there, and then another chat is maybe not so crunk, and they like, well, why they having fun over on that? Libra Krista said you can only be at one channel at a time, even though 2 channels are live streaming together. Yeah. Well, I'm so used to touch screen. I got ready to wipe this computer screen, child. 755 Media said, Dream Accessory said, his name is Shamondre, want pomegranate or green apple. I don't know nothing about no Shamondre. I don't know what that man want. I guess.
I think Shamondre would like the pomegranate.
He seemed like he'll like some pomegranate.
And Dashiki Chanel, she would like green apple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure to tell them next time they come around corresponding with us.
Y'all check out Nick Bone News. People like, who are y'all talking about?
They need to put in an order. I'm gonna tell them to go put in the order again with 755.
Facts.
Y'all see my headphones?
I see your headphones. I see your headphones. Yeah, man, it's interesting. Joe, while you stepped away, we were just talking about different pros and cons of this new feature that we use, and it's really interesting. It's both. It's got some pros and it's got some cons. But it's cool nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad that we were able to experiment with this, and then we learn from it, and then we can go from there. But I'm just glad that y'all were willing to work with me on this. And
of course.
I told you. I said in front of everybody, boy, you about the only person maybe. I ain't finna do this with everybody. With the whole screen. Man, if I find something I like, I keep it. If it works, I don't even want to try stuff.
Oh man, I feel you, big bro.
Yeah.
So I'll play a little bit more and then let me know when you want me to stop.
Okay.
The most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, to go back to war with their mental health.
I'm pausing it, but before you say something, because we don't have to go into depth about occupation, but tell me how this part of the video resonated with you.
Man, I don't know how. Okay, like I use some, like let's say everybody knows the educated national is a veteran. So for what I gather. Wait, what's up, Jason? For all my vets, people out there, first off, thank y'all for y'all service.
Absolutely.
I think that when he said, when he said like going off the war and you kind of, I guess you don't get praised because somebody always dislike you. I won't use the H word. But somebody always disapproves, understandably so. But then you come back sometimes with all of these potential issues and stressors, and that word that Psalm 146 used earlier. You walking around 2-3 years, 5 years, 8 years with cortisol levels through the roof because the stress hormone is just doing stuff to you mentally and physically. And I think as men, I'm on the fence about this designator as far as the gender part of it, but men are often expected to get over it, heal alone, suck it up, and there's a reason why the saying is man up.
Yes.
Not woman up, not child up, not elder up, but man up. Because the whole notion behind that is always at your best and always at your peak. That's literally what man up means. Do better, be better, regardless of how you feel in the moment. And I see 10 jumped in here. Yeah, 10, I use you as an example because okay, well, let's pretend I was a veteran. Okay, let's just pretend because I have some assumptions. If I were a veteran, I could only assume or imagine that if I'm enlisted in, I don't know, let's pick a branch. Let's say U.S. Army, right? Let's just say, right?
Yeah, just for assumption, yeah.
Yeah, for assumption, for example reason. If you in the military, your whole family is in the military. Your spouse is in the military, your kids in the military, You got some dogs, whether it's a pit bull or a shih tzu, they in the military. Everybody's in the doggone military. And the stress that comes along with that, because what a lot of people don't know, hypothetically, you don't get away from that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're on 30-day leave, man. You can feel, bruh, you can be on holiday, you can be on leave. It never shuts off. It never stops, because that is a part of who you are and what you do. Now, you doing your best, not only to move up in rank. This is the kind of stuff I heard. You're trying to move up in rank. Your job is your whole life. Your family just got to keep family in your absence.
And deal with it till you get back.
And deal with it. And you feeling bad. I mean, as a man, because I think it's a larger majority of men in the military than there are women. So again, I'm being real careful with this one, because every service member makes ridiculous, insane amounts of sacrifices. But had I ever been in the military, I probably would have been out in the field or on a mission or doing whatever, and maybe have a platoon sergeant or two been like like on cool, man. Stephen King can't make this up. Could you imagine being on a Chinook or something, and y'all finally touch down in the LZ, and one of your co-workers is like, "Yep, got another one. Oh, the baby here? You talking about the baby? Bro, we out here. Well, you can't make all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna miss some of them, because you that used to being job oriented that even the birth of your child, I'm not saying it's been put on the back burner, but it's tied into the other part of what we talked about. You get so focused on providing that you forget what providing is taken away from you.
Right.
But you got a choice to make as a man. So
and then that man's out there providing, and things are happening at home, for the military people, families sore hurt. And things are happening, but you don't want to. I'm not saying don't tell them, but you got to keep some stuff away, because the job is stressful enough, and there's nothing they can do about it. And you don't want them to feel bad, because they already feel bad enough for not being there.
Right.
So it's a lot. So
that's what we heard. That's what we heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you feel bad about feeling bad.
Right.
And then you feel even worse, because the people around you feel bad because you doing what you got to do, and you almost never there.
Yeah.
Never there.
Yeah.
And then something else. It could be military. It could be a 9-to-5, because plenty of construction workers, other more manual labor type jobs that are typically dominated by men, so to speak. Man, like, nothing gotta be a more awkward feeling than when your family is more used to you not being around than being around.
That happens.
Yeah.
Like, when you actually there, it's almost like you visiting or something, or like you just came in. This stuff we done seen we know.
Yeah.
We know. So yeah, man.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And now, what I appreciated about this portion of the song is we were talking about earlier internal and external pressures, and we can take that a step further, because in literature you got internal and external conflict. The external conflict is the things that you can't control, but there's an internal conflict of trying to reach your goals and not able to do so. When you're over there doing what you're doing, that's external conflict. You can see that, you can measure that, but that internal conflict of dealing with the aftermath of the external conflict is something that no one can see, and sometimes you can't even see it coming until it hits you out of nowhere.
Right.
And now you literally have your head in your hands, just like this man does. Like, it hits you like a freight train out of nowhere.
That's real, bro. That's real.
And regardless of occupation, the same thing holds true. You know what I mean? You working at the sawmill, you working at the plant, and you working you working double time, triple time because they need you, because you need them to need you to give to your
Mhm.
family what you feel like you need to provide for them. And you started
Yep.
things and now you're on a cycle because you bought that extra truck for your wife because she wanted to have that extra truck, but now you got to
Right.
work the extra hours to pay for the extra
Pay for that
vehicle
extra
that you didn't, you know what I mean? But yet they want you to be home, but they want to have the truck too. And then
exactly.
you done went out and bought that Harley Softail because it sounds so good, and now
Ooh,
you working for the extra, but
right.
you can't
Right.
blame
Right.
them because it ain't them. But
Yeah.
somebody got to do this to maintain this lifestyle that has now been established. Um,
Hmm.
that pressure is something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and I want to say this, man. Don't get it first. Hey, what's up, Vandal Land? How you
Hey,
doing,
Val.
brother? Welcome. Good to see you in
It's
here, man.
good.
It have been too long. It's been a while. But bro, you I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the more laborious side of it, like the manufacturing, the welding, the military, the working out at the plant or out in construction or road work, whatever, because with the exception of military, those are the things that I have experience with. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting that out there. But now, what you smiling, Joseph? I don't understand.
Well,
What are
no,
you
I was smiling because April was smiling.
Oh, okay, okay. So 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 don't get the blue collar twisted and
Yeah.
don't get the white collar twisted, because some of us drive past and look at these high rises and these skyscrapers and stuff. It'd be a
Ooh.
lot of lights on in them windows over in the middle of the night. Uh, just because you may not break the same amount of sweat that I break working on the road down below your high rise or your skyscraper, but man, people working in their offices for 14 and 16-hour days and then packing up what they didn't finish and taking that work home, ordering some Chinese takeout, and then sleeping and taking a shower for 3 or 4 hours so they can be the first one back in the office so that they can get that promotion, or so they can become partner, or so they
Mm-hmm.
can make sure that they secure this next deal so they can just hit this percentage of commission.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of us escape it, but like you said, man, you expect it to provide, you do provide. Sometimes those people who have expectations of you, they want a little extra. So the
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, you doing a whole lot of extra so that you can be just that. But then you can't do
No,
that and be at home. You know what I'm
but
saying? It's a lose lose, man.
Yeah.
because this is the thing, and I'm gonna take what you said just a step further. When when you were doing extra to provide a normal that has been created, that's
Mm-hmm.
difficult. That's
That's
Mm-hmm.
hard,
difficult.
bro. Cause you ain't got no room to fall. Now, if everybody already, if you just doing enough,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then you living below means, but when everybody done got used to above and beyond, when you go back to just happy, comfortable, that ain't enough no more, because why we didn't go to Italy twice this year? Why we didn't
Yes.
go to Disneyland? Why we didn't go to Cancun? Why it's
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, man, we eating every day, all the bills paid. We went to Chuck E. Cheese day before yesterday. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's
yeah,
real
man.
though.
Yeah.
It's real. It's
It
real.
is real, bro. It get rough out there. It get rough. And for all the new people who came in this conversation, it's not saying that men's lives are harder than women. That's not
Right.
what we saying at all. We just saying that we, because of this great content creator Dak, uh put out this song. Me and Joe was talking, and it was like, bro, we got to talk about this publicly and share our how we feel and our perspective. And of course, we
Yeah.
have a wife, we got a woman, got the female, the woman's
Mm-hmm.
perspective in here too. So,
Yep.
yeah,
And I honestly, I'm so glad because in order for this discussion of perceptive to not be skewed, having a perceptive of someone from the outside perceiving how we perceive gives this
Mm-hmm.
conversation balance, because it's not a knock against anybody, because the way society is set up, everyone in the family arrangement has a certain expectation or condition,
Mm-hmm.
like you mentioned earlier, big bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine, as a woman, when you don't do certain things, you don't feel like a woman, because that's what
Right.
a woman is supposed to do. So
Right.
this conversation, we're talking about the things that a man is supposed to do according to
Right.
society. We're not
Absolutely.
saying one is greater than the other.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we just have to keep reiterating that and clearing that up so it's always understood, because you never know where people jump into the live, and we just saying that for clarity's sake. And that's a great example, because women have expectations of them. So there was a point where I had to say, "Thank you, baby. I love you, but this is dumb. Go get back in the bed." We went
Yeah.
through a period where April, first off, my wife ain't a morning person at
Nope.
all.
At all.
She is not a morning person. I literally had to be at work on one particular job at 5:30 a.m. I'm talking about there, already there at 5:30. Had about a 30-minute commute, so y'all can guess how early I was getting up every morning. This one here decides she gonna wake up and try to fix a little breakfast and make my get lunch together. I looked at her, she struggling. She not a more girl. If you don't go get back in that bed, baby, this is young. Listen, my both of us got
Hey Jay, was she putting salt and pepper in your coffee?
it was like that, bro. You could tell she was
I was more coherent than that, Joe.
I don't know. It was a couple of times, Joe, where she came real close.
It was a struggle.
Yeah, it was a struggle. So we came up with the genius idea. Hey, let's just do all this stuff the night before. So only one of us got to get up at 3:15 a.m. because I got to relax. Bro, I wake up 2 hours early. I got to wake up good. I need to sit down and look at news going on. I got to get my coffee, stir up a little bit, maybe do some push-ups, get the blood flowing. She tried. I love you. I love her, but like you said, I said all that to say expectations, man, and make us feel like we fulfilling our roles in this. But yeah, I told her what I ain't never. I said, baby, stop. I ain't have to argue. It wasn't no fight. It was she showed did. She went right back to business, boy. Right back to sleep.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, and that's what makes this, because this conversation is so layered, because this subject is so layered. So get these examples and the things that we're discussing, it adds a understanding to our conversation that makes it unique and dare I say unbiased. Hashtag Action Gang Gang Gang.
Action Gang Gang. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna play a little bit more and then let me know when you want me to stop.
Yeah, go ahead, run it, bro.
Grab that bottle and ask for help. Try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man, you provide. They don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in.
I'm sorry, I got to stop.
No.
Because and this section can be looked at as a negative, but in actuality, what Dax is saying is that when you are not a man, you need someone to provide for you. So when things happen and you are no longer there, eventually, most of the time, and I'm using all of these adjectives because I don't want to come across putting anybody in a box, but a lot of the times you need someone to provide for you,
Yep.
whatever, however that may be. So there is a tendency to look for someone else to provide for you. It don't mean they replace the first person. It don't mean you did it tomorrow, but
Mhm.
tendency wise, that happens, and I think that's what Dax is trying to express.
I think that's exactly what he's trying to express. And uh again, when the world whoop up on you real bad as a man, not only are you and expected to have an expedited get over it,
Mhm.
you need to get back to wherever it is that you were, because we all fall on hard times. We all
Hmm.
fall on hard times, but uh, uh it's almost like it's you get it's almost like some of our greatest philosophers or poets. Um, I'll go to Sonia Sanchez or Langston Hughes. Did they garner popularity during their life? Even Edgar Allan Poe, Khalil Gibran, did they garner some respect in their life? Yeah, but after they gone, it's like now I see the beauty in you.
Mhm.
Now
Yes.
I see the brilliance in you. Oh, now I really, okay, wow, man, Papa really did work 30 years out at the steel mill,
Hmm.
and is the reason why, and might have been the sole income.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Why we all got to do this and do that and have fun and this and that. We never, all we knew is that he wasn't there, but we didn't think about that hot spatter and the heat and just the fumes and the smells and this and that. You know what? If Papa didn't want to live like that, Papa should have went to college and got a better job, so he didn't have to be at the steel mill. But anyway, he
That
dead
part.
now. He go. So, we miss him. He
Mhm.
was a great guy.
Right. And
Like,
Yeah.
then what you like? You gotta get back to it expeditiously. You
you
gotta get
better.
back to it. Yeah,
You
for a
better.
man. Just quick story. When I was 17 on my birthday, our house burned to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Gone.
Oh
My fa-
no.
no, it's not. That was years ago, Joe. I'm older. It was years ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
house burned down to the ground. My dad was working in Oregon at the time. He used to drive trucks, but this particular time he was working for the railroad. So he would work for 3 months in Oregon, come home for a couple of weeks, go back. Um, he was in Oregon at the time. We called him and told him what was happening, and he immediately hung up and he came straight home. He got on the first thing smoking and he came home because he had to check on us and make sure we were all right. And he had to make sure that we were good because everything was gone. But luckily, my grandmother's house was right next door, so we were able to, go over there and live there. And so he had to get everything straightened out. Him and my mom had to get everything, insurance, all that kind of stuff, all this stuff within 2 weeks. 2 weeks, he had to get back to work because he had to finish his contract and everything because he couldn't, they gave him some time. They knew what was happening, but he had to get back to it. So he had to do that with all that stress, worrying about his children, worrying about his wife, worrying about all of these things, but he had to get right back to it. He had to get right back to it to make that money, to do what he had to do and finish out his contract. And then he was like, after that, he never took a job away again because he knew we needed him. So he never left again, for jobs like that. So that's what I'm saying. He had to get back to it, being a man, because his family was, they didn't have a home. So he had to do what he had to do. And I know that pressure at the time, I knew it was a lot, but growing up and being an adult now and seeing all that, just seeing the strength that took for him to have to leave us again with all that
Hmm.
going on. So I mean, y'all are amazing. Hats off to the men in the chat, men in the world. We need y'all.
Hmm.
Y'all are amazing. And yeah, we love y'all.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And now this is a crazy thing. We never had this conversation, but I was born in 1984. I graduated in 2000.
Young lady. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, go
yeah.
ahead.
There's still a little water back there behind these headphones, just a little, just the paints. You know what I mean? Just the paints, big bro.
Yeah.
Um, and literally, we were at the house. It was a bad thunderstorm, and all of a sudden, we smelled smoke.
Mm.
Lightning struck a tree, bounced off a tree, and hit in the middle of the A-frame of the roof of my parents' house.
Mm.
And it didn't burn to the ground, but it was uninhabitable. And it literally took us about
Right.
a year to get back into the house. We were living with
Yeah.
my
Yep.
grandmother, which was like 45 minutes away. Now I was out of school. So my pop sold insurance. So he kind of put that on hold. And every day we would leave from my grandmother's house. We would go to the house. We try to get some work done. It's one of those things that he dealt with.
Yeah.
And I honestly think being with him and seeing him deal with that situation kind of gave me a little bit of a perspective of what it was, because it was how you say it, big bro, it was a teachable moment.
A
Like
teachable moment. Yeah.
my pop,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, like he taught me without even saying that he was teaching me that when everything is depending on you, this is how you handle it. The
Right.
Yeah.
conversations that we had on the way back from my house to my grandmother's house, we never had in my grandmother's house. It
Right. Right.
was just, and I learned from him how to handle those things. So when it gets difficult, those are the kind of things that I draw back on of how I can be measured but
Mhm.
not overwhelmed to the best of my ability.
Right.
Right. Right.
Right.
That's what's up, and that's true, and that's real, man.
That's a heck of a balancing
That's
act.
it is. It's a balancing act,
Yeah.
because um not only for those men teaching other men how to be men or the best men they can be as a man. If you have emotions, not all women and all the world don't always see like this, but there are people out there where if you show the slightest bit of feelings, you feminine,
Yes.
Weak.
you're weak,
Mhm.
Yes.
weak and feminine for having feelings, for having emotions, and we all conditioned. Everybody's conditioned. The men who are conditioned, and women and everybody else in society are conditioned to treat us in these ways, while oftentimes the world and sometimes the women in our life asked us to be more open.
Mhm.
Yes.
Be open about your feelings. Baby,
Yes.
it's a whole lot of demons crawling around up. You
You-
sure you want to open this
bruh,
door up? You want to hear
bruh.
about this? You know what I did last time we was out? You know, like, go ahead, bro.
And it's funny because society looks at things different. I'm a network administrator. I'm a geek through and through. I
Mm-hmm.
wear a quote unquote white collar
Yeah.
situation, whatever the case may be. I've I've never had to live in the projects. I've never this and I've never that. So
Mm-hmm.
the world looks at me in a certain way,
Right.
just as it looks at those in other circumstances in certain ways. But
Yeah.
the the pressure is the same. It
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
and I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm not gonna dwell too deep on it because I don't want them to come try to whip our legs. But why is it when Enron happened and things like that, you got people jumping out of the 24th story of
Oh.
their you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you in the skyscraper, me and Jay down there, we working on the road, but you in the skyscraper and you coming to say hi the wrong way. Like, you see what I'm saying?
You said she coming to speak to. You should have took the stairs, sir. Take the
Yeah,
elevator, sir, not the
yeah,
window.
yeah. The window don't work, but
Yeah.
y'all done got me cutting up. But it proves the point of it don't matter whether you at the bottom or you at the top. The pressure is the same
Right.
because in either circumstances you are trying to maintain and or get better.
Yeah.
Because the people at the top, you may look to them, to you they look like they're at the top, but to them they are at the bottom because they are
Right.
looking at somebody else that is above them and they're trying to catch
Right.
up with them. because
Right.
they got a Cadillac, but their neighbors got Lincolns. So they trying to get Lincoln. You see what I'm saying? But me, I'm just trying to have a steering wheel that I can turn. But
That's it, baby.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. No, that's completely true, man. You know, I think based on elevation, human sight can see. I don't know. On a good day, perfect conditions, uh, excellent visibility, you can probably see. Let's just say 5 miles, which it's not that. I'm just trying to find a balance point. Let's just say every human can see 5 miles on a clear day, depending on elevation. If I'm looking at somebody and I can just barely see them 5 miles away with binoculars, if they looking at somebody 5 miles away from them, they can see somebody that you can't see.
Yeah.
And that's how this whole social thing works, because you 100% right. People who we think got it all, they ain't looking down at us. They look down at us oftentimes, but they got people above them that you can't see at all, that only they can see from their viewpoint and perspective. And then that person above them got somebody they looking at above them, and we can't even see the 20 people on top of them. But the one thing that brings this all together, if you a man, you better keep this coming.
Yeah.
Come hell or high water. And you better do it productively, successfully, and you better be at home all the time. Because, you know, little Timmy, you know, got a squirrel match coming up. Whatever squirrel. Yeah. Squirrel match. Yeah. He tennis balls at squirrels competitively. So you better not miss that. And and we still need to go to Cancun and Disneyland twice a year. All three of them.
Yeah. And you know we got to get to 2024 because it's 2023, and we can't be like everybody else that has a 2023. We need the 2024 that comes out in June of 2023 in order for us to be on top.
You better. Yeah. And we ain't buying it. We doing leases only. We only leasing, and you better have it before. And not all partners have that. I mean, we being a little tongue in cheek, but a lot of expectations are put out there for us to give and be everything. I don't know. I'm just glad I got a practical wife, a practical life, practical love. Her expectations of me are practical, but so many men out here don't have that. I know, man, we getting close to 3 of them. I know we're going to wind it down, but I want to say this real quick, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to turn this into a dating conversation. We still talking about men. I'm just talking about the level of expectations. I've seen on so many different, I've listened to podcasts. I've seen video podcasts, listened to discussions and all of this kind of stuff regarding dating. At first, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a game. But, like, no coffee dates, no walk through the parks, having picnics.
Yeah.
I need a 5-star or above restaurant. And I need you to plan it all. All I need to do is be pretty and show up when you pick me up. And if you interested in love or dating, if you do this 2 or 3 times a week, bro, everybody ain't got that extra $2,000 a week laying around for $600 dates.
Yeah.
I like, why is that even a thing? Right. Why, like, how did we get here?
Well, that's ridiculous. I just require you to treat me respect, treat me nicely, and be a gentleman. I mean, all that other stuff, that's crazy. It's overkill. I don't know what to make about it.
But see, this is the thing though, big sis. When society teaches you that this is what you're supposed to expect as a sign of love, then that's where it gets tricky. And that's why we talked about what we did yesterday. Stop doing what don't work.
Stop doing what don't work, bro.
everybody's saying that in order for me to prove that I love you, I gotta come through like the Prince and Cinderella with a glass slipper and pumpkins and horses and trees and like,
Yeah,
bruh, listen,
yeah.
li-
You
we in
can't.
a-
You ain't. You can't get. Oh, you can't get blood from a turnip, and you can't get $600 dates out of me. Look here, man. I change your brakes. I change your oil if we get cool enough. But I ain't finna. No, baby, I ain't even taking you to Burlington.
oh,
It is
oh,
what it is.
we gotta address official Jamie's comment. Jamie, I know that I'm young. Now I'm not gonna speak for Africa Dreaming.
Yeah,
Me too.
my
Me-
wife
we
is
the one
young.
act like we
Joe
ancient.
young. I ain't, baby.
I'm a youngin.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. As my knees. Matter of fact, it's been kind of cloud off and ask my whole right side right now and both of my knees. How old I am. Yeah.
How, Sway? How?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit more and then y'all tell me when to stop.
All right, bro.
And this time I'm gonna try to actually wait for y'all to say something before I stop.
That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home.
Okay, stop it right there, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna make this quick because we almost done with the song. But when he said, I keep emphasizing it's about what we provide. And again, this ain't to get this over into the whole dating side of that right there. I couldn't imagine being a young man because, again, I don't date. I haven't dated in over 20 years. If I date anybody, it's the same one I've been dating.
Right.
So I pretty much got that part of dating figured out. So for these new fellas out here and some of the young ladies, but we focusing on men right now. I don't. What level of expectation are these kids being confronted with? Again, let me go back. I thought this was a joke. The whole I need him to make 6 figures. I need him to have one house in the city. I need them to have a penthouse in the city and a mansion out on an estate. This dude 23 years old, man. How the hell?
Right.
And I need you to be making 6 figures. Baby, everybody can't play for the Pelicans. Everybody can't play for the Bulls. Everybody can't play for the Cowboys. That's the only way that a 23-year-old has those types of means and resources, man. It's unrealistic, the stuff that I hear. I thought it was just for clicks and likes. I thought this was just being over exerted or over talked about or whatever for the no, man, there are people out here who really feel that way.
Yeah.
What does a young man do with that when your value is not only being set at you better have it all together and figured out, it's increasing in the doggone recession.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And for me, being a woman, if I came into something and the guy had all of that, I would always see that as that being
that's his. Because it was there before you got there.
Before I got there. And nobody wants to build anything and grow together and work together and see the potential in each other. Now, let me be clear. Potential is not potential has a shelf life, okay?
Right.
I met you at 25 and you had potential, and then you 35 and he still got potential, but you ain't did nothing. I'm just saying, potential got a shelf life.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, nobody wants to grow and work. Nobody wants to do that. So I would always view that as his stuff.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah. But and that's why I love having this conversation, because although I'm still wet behind the ears and y'all dried off a couple of years ago,
Wow, it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just me,
yeah. Just Jay. Just Jay. April still got a couple driplets behind the ear. But
Yeah.
but it's a different cloth. And
Mhm.
and I use that term loosely. I use it tongue in cheek, and I also use it literally because a cloth is made of fabric. Fabric is made of string that is interlocked together to the point where it can no longer come apart because it is one.
Yep.
The morals, the values, the character that our young ones are learning now is coming from unrealistic expectations. So
Yes.
is it any wonder why society is falling on itself when everyone is expecting the unachievable?
Yep.
And then when that doesn't come, it creates, well, if I can't have that blue collar to have that job to be able to afford the $600 dinners, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna sling some things. I'm gonna go
Right.
play. I'm gonna go play catch with some metal and some things like that because
Right.
that's the only way for me to generate that revenue for you to respect me as a man. But then that dream of that happening doesn't come true because blue lights come on, things start to happen, and now your dream that was never going to happen to start with is not your reality because your reality is in a 6x6 for something that you tried to accomplish that you were never going to be able to accomplish to start with.
Right.
Yep. No, that's real.
Yeah.
And that ties into what I was saying earlier. I was talking about more the direct violence thing, but survival that has unintended consequences like forever imprisonment, lifelong imprisonment, or the bulk of your life is equally as detrimental, man. So, but that's what men are told. And sadly, if you come up in the right neighborhoods and the right circumstances, some mothers, we talked about that love being unconditional, baby. Some people tell men and women tell young men at early ages, you need to get out there and get it by any means necessary. You need to get out and make that scratch. So that's another part of I'm not saying women haven't been told this, because again, this ain't a comparison, because some very awful and unfortunate circumstances have been placed upon young women at an early age that they end up being taken advantage of and violated and getting out there trying to make that money. But there's a certain compassion that exists for them from what I've seen. They were wronged. They were mistreated. They shouldn't have been taken advantage of that way. But if young men get out there and hit that corner and start then you should have done better. You should have made better decisions. You should have been out there in the first place. Same age, different gender, same goal and objective. One of them is seen as the victim that they are, but the other one is seen as a monster and never allowed to be a victim. And sometimes men are victim, but even that's a bad word. Even that's, no. Don't be a victim. You a man or you a victim. Well, the world did this to me and I just got beat up and I've been essayed before as a man. I've been this as a man. I've been taken advantage of as a man. So what? Man up. Get back to it.
Because you wouldn't have been a victim if you had been a man to start with. Because men are victims.
Come on, Joe. You would have defended yourself.
Yeah, but see, that's where that unconditional love comes in. Because you can take a man and a woman to do the same thing. A woman will always receive that unconditional love. I mean, it was her circumstances. If she hadn't had this and it would have been different. But you let a man do it, and now they're a goon, they're a monster. But when you were told that you have to achieve by any means necessary, the pressure that exists there causes you to not be able to make rational decisions because you don't have the safety net. You don't have the ability to say, no, I can't do this because of its consequences. The only
Mhm.
thing that matters is the end result.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's real,
Yeah.
man. And I'll even put it to things like my wife was an athlete younger. I've been an athlete younger. You know how many of the young boys don't want to be out in that 103 August heat
Mm-hmm.
passing out because it's so doggone hot playing football. Everybody, it's a rite of passage in Texas, man. It's an honor. It's like everybody seen Friday Night Lights, man.
Yeah.
Football in Texas is like there is air and oxygen.
Mhm.
They already together, baby.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
but all of these youngsters don't necessarily want to do that. But that's one of the ways you prove yourself and your manhood and your this and that. I don't know. Maybe baby girl want to quit ballet. That folk might be like, "Oh, hang in there. Are you sure? You sure?" No, I want to go play the cello.
Mhm.
Or no, I want to go play the violin. Okay, let's go to the violin. Man, after all the work we put in it, you mean to tell me you want to quit? All this money we spent on equipment, all this money we spent on tour days, and this and like this stuff I done
Mm-hmm.
seen before, bro. Even
Mm-hmm.
something as seemingly simple as sports, it's harder for men to have an opinion, to step away from it, to all of that, bro.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. And and it gets difficult because I'm gonna put it this way. There is a vulnerability regardless of gender to be
Mm-hmm.
accepted by society.
Mhm.
Yep.
All of us want to be accepted. So
Yeah.
when you can do whatever and be accepted, that's great. Cakewalk, easy. I'm good. Walk in the park, smelling daisies and roses and that kind of deal. But
Yeah.
but in order for you to be accepted by society, when you have to provide and you have to achieve and nothing is off the table, and if you are a real man, you can do those things and survive them and still provide. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
different type of pressure.
It is, bro. It is. It is, and it don't. Um, I man, it took years of my life, and I'm gonna shut up, bro. I'm gonna wrap it up,
Oh, you good. You good.
it took years of my life, but even societally, there's this thing. It's in Hollywood. It's in media. It's in newspapers. It's everyday life. Peak vulnerability outside of childhood is an innocent old woman. Look at the innocent old woman.
Mm-hmm.
Very recently, since you had movies like Up come along, that
Mm-hmm.
it's an adorable old man. That's a
Mhm.
fairly new thing because if you old, you a creepy old man. You ain't gotta be doing nothing. You out
Yeah.
there feeding squirrels and pigeons, being happy,
Mm-hmm.
minding your own business, but you still a creepy old man. Very recently has society started to adopt the whole concept. Oh, look at the older man, older gentleman. Where am I going with that? What I'm saying is you literally have to be so blatantly beyond the point of your prime that you start to be normalized and humanized again. And that's usually when you're so decrepit, you're no
Yes.
longer a threat to
That's what I was
anybody.
just going to say. For a man, when you get older, you're not seen as a threat anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That,
That's
yeah,
it, babe.
Then,
That's
yeah,
it.
then you're given a call. Then you're given a pass. Yeah.
right.
Then you're
Yep.
given a pass. What's going on? One of our gold members, Amber Angels Truth. Good to see you, sis. Thank you for
Welcome in,
coming
Hey,
welcome
through.
Amber,
in.
welcome in. Hey.
Um,
Uh,
but it's
yeah, bro. It is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
no. You good, big bro. I was just gonna say, like, these are the dynamics that can't be fixed overnight.
Mhm.
And when when you have a support system that says, I don't care what the world thinks, this is what I think about you, and this is what I feel like, then it makes a difference. So whether that support system be biological blood relation, or whether that support system be through a form of social media, such as what we're having right now, and these kind of
Yep.
conversations, at
Yep.
some point, the requirements of being a man and dare I say being a woman have to be adjusted so that our next generation sees that even though some people may require this of you, don't worry about what they require. Do the best you can.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. And uh, it's a whole lot of drops of water in the ocean. Um, I may not be able to change the tide, but I choose to be that drop that helps things go in the right direction. I have a brother-in-law that is one of the people I love most in this world. He's 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 what you would definitely call a alpha male, military drill sergeant. I ain't gonna get into some of his other occupations within that, but he's done a whole lot of real cool stuff. When me and this man talk, first thing we say, last thing we say, I love you, bro. I love you. I'm not gonna let the world make me be one of these kind of men that is so dead set on being uh the whatever the overbearing definition of what man being a man and manhood is, that I
Yeah.
lose my humanity. Because the biggest part about what I consider real men is their humanity.
Right.
Yes.
Everything else comes after that.
Yeah, but and see, this is the other thing, and I want to say thank you real quick to Amber. Thank you for your comment, sis. That is humbling, and that's what this whole
Thank you, Amber.
conversation
Appreciate that.
it is all about, is breaking the stereotype, because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be that way, and there is a stereotype of using words like love. Men don't
Mm-hmm.
say love all the time. Nah, we cool. She
Right.
nice. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. That's about all you gonna
Right.
get, because that
Right. Right.
like we gotta be
Right.
married for 30 years, and I might say that in a dream thinking about you, because otherwise men don't do those kind of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Uh. Oh, go
I,
ahead, bro.
I appreciate what you just said, Jay, because there's nothing wrong with using those type of words, because it's okay to express how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't left and it ain't sideways. It's literally just
Right.
saying, I
Right.
appreciate you being there, because
Yeah.
that's the same person that is going to understand how you feel when you called it like, hey, bro, listen, I got to talk to you about something, because
Yeah. Yeah.
they walk them same shoes.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
next week they may be calling you. But
Yep.
if you don't develop those type of bonds and friendships, then it's like you said earlier, Jay, who do you go to?
Yeah.
Who do you go to? Boy, you just said something. I gotta. Man. We can go ahead and run the. We can play some more, and then I'm gonna say this on the back end.
Okay, okay. What's going on,
All right.
Crafty Mom Creations? How you doing,
Hey,
sis?
Crafty Mom Creations, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for being here.
All right, so I'll play the rest and then we'll talk some more.
All right.
That home. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. Inside that home.
Yeah. So this song
Yeah,
is powerful, man.
it is.
I
It is,
can't.
bro.
Man, look. I don't even know how many times I watched that YouTube video. Man, I done run that
Man,
thing up so many times.
since you put me on, I done backdoored it a couple times. Just
Me
repeat
too.
because
Yeah.
it's a deep song. But you know, with what you just said a while ago, I want to say manhood and womanhood in this regard, but we talking about men is endless and ongoing. You don't have a point of arrival from where I sit currently, from what I understand. I hope to be more of a man and a stronger man at 53 than 43. And at 63, I'm going to understand some things about this world I'm living in that I couldn't even have fathomed at 43.
Yes.
With that being said, I had an epiphany, and it was somewhere around the age of 33
Okay.
ish.
Okay.
And I knew that actually happened twice. Once was 28, and then the other time was about 23. Um, as I grew into myself, I really felt like a man, like I had arrived at a very important point of manhood when I decided that only me defines me.
Yes.
And you have a whole lot of people, men running around this world still being defined by the observations and approval of others. Real men don't base their life off of the approval and thumbs ups of others. Are there a few people along the way that I value their opinion and perspective that I would love to see them give me a thumbs up and give me approval? Sure. But the deepest approval comes from me being proud of myself, of my actions, how I treat my wife, how I live my life, how I treat the wealthiest, most powerful person to the most lowly person who may be asking me for $1 on the street. Those are the things those are the metrics I set in place to determine who I am as a man. And not needing nobody else to be all right with that is when I stepped into my manhood.
And I'm gonna tell you something, big bro. You are so true in that because if you depend on others to define you, you will never know the definition of you because others will
Exactly.
always change.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
20,
No,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, go ahead, big bro. Go ahead, big bro.
You'll never get there.
Yeah.
You will never get there. It's somebody leaving and somebody being born every second. If you set your standard at the whims of others, of those people, you in a conundrum of perpetual seeking. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna wait. I love when people see me as a good person, see me as an okay person, see me as all right, and think I'm cool. That's fine. But if you don't, that's fine too,
Mm-hmm.
because I know me. As long as I meet the standards that I have set for myself, along with one other person in this world, she sits beside me. As
Hmm.
long as I'm doing right by her and I'm doing right by me, everybody else can kick rocks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, and and you're so right about
Yeah.
that, big bro, because there is a confidence in not needing others to give you confidence, and and
Mm-hmm.
and that's where this whole thing comes in because at the end of the day, when I lay my head down on my pillow, knowing that I have met all of the requirements that I have for me, that I have not been unkind to others, even when I know they deserved it. then,
For real. For real. For real.
then I have inner peace. And
Yeah.
that inner peace is what I can draw on when others need me to be their protector because I am at peace with me. I can't protect other people when I'm fighting against me because I don't like me.
Right.
Right. Right. No, that's real, bro.
That's facts.
That's real. I couldn't have said it better. I'm just, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe I should. Well, it's cool over here. I might have to come. I'm trying to focus, but also I can't help but be impressed with this separation in the deltoid to the bicep area, because everybody ain't swole. Everybody, because my man keep doing these soft flexes and stuff, and then I keep seeing stuff pop out. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, let me look you in your eyes, boy. 'Cause everybody ain't swole, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be all weightlifting geeky and stuff. But anyway, don't be trying to throw in them little low key flexes, boy. I see you. You're over here benching 315.
I think I just died. I stopped breathing for a second. I know I did. But since you mentioned it is the, you know what I mean? Yes. There's a link in the description of my live stream if you want to copy your own. Yes, sure. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. We got to get some over here in Africa, man. Yeah.
Boy, I like to choke on my own spit, bro.
Nah, you were talking, but you were low key kind of flexing. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna ask you: Is the beach that way, or is the beach that way? I was waiting for it. I wasn't sure if it was gonna come or not, man.
Oh, I'm done. I can't breathe. Thank you, big. Thank you, big bro. Thank you.
It's all love, fam.
Yeah,
this has been a great live, though. It's been a great live and a great conversation, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for including us in this and sharing this with us.
Yep. I just want to say thank you, Joe, for having me a part of the discussion, because I was gonna sit this one out because I was like, I'll let y'all have it. But I really appreciate you giving me time to speak and talk about, you wonderful men, 2 wonderful men on the screen here. I've been surrounded by wonderful men in my life, and y'all are important. We love you, and just keep doing what y'all doing, and love each other. And it's okay to tell each other that you love each other. That's okay.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
Y'all need to do that so y'all know that y'all not alone.
Thank you, baby.
And like I said earlier, one of my jobs is to be a soft place for him to land when the world is beating up on him.
And she's been that.
That's what I'm here for. So I appreciate you letting me be on here, Joe. It was amazing, and this was great live.
You welcome.
I agree.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you, real talk, y'all are a package deal. Like heard. But because look, I keep telling everybody, and people don't believe me. Y'all are the YouTube overnight truck driving team. Like one sleep, one pushing comments. You know what I mean? Like Jay on the camera, Big Sis in the comments in the other room saying the same thing at the same time. And dare I say,
we are, man. Hey, we about. Oh, go ahead, bro.
When y'all finish each other's whistle, like y'all can't be a part. That ain't it.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't either.
It just,
yeah.
But I was gonna say, as we close out, man, I just want to say this, especially to the men, bouncing off what Baby said. Men, please get over yourself. I've lost so many people. One of the things that keep me going is the fact that the last thing I said to him was I love him, and I meant it. And they heard me say that, and they ain't here no more. We close our lives like that. When I talk to people on the phone who I feel that way about them, I'll say that because we get so enamored and so indulged in life as men, being so strong, being so providing, being so protective, and all of these other things. Sometimes we lose parts of ourselves. You don't know when gonna be the last time. God forbid, I might not never talk to Joe no more.
Right.
You know what I want? I want Joe to know how I feel about him while I had an opportunity to say it.
Absolutely.
That part. And likewise.
We gotta be that. Yeah, we gotta be that for each other, man.
And I'll
Yeah.
say this to you, Joe, just from looking at your relationship, I appreciate you being a friend to my husband. He don't fool with a lot of folks.
Yeah.
I do not. I do
Yeah.
not.
So for y'all to have the friendship that y'all have, I'm grateful that y'all have that friendship. I'm grateful to you for being a good friend to my husband.
You welcome. You welcome. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like real talk, it ain't hard. Like, and I ain't trying to be funny, but when you find people that you relate with,
Mm-hmm.
as Big Bro says, you hold on to them. Like, listen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, that man right there sitting beside you, April, is one of the few people that can call me at 12:30 a.m. And because I know it's 8:30 a.m. his time, I'm gonna wipe the sleep out my eye and I'm gonna say, "What's up?"
And I know you will.
Yeah. I much appreciated, bro. Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Look, I mean,
Yeah.
it's Sunday, y'all time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Yeah.
It's Sunday morning, honey.
Yep.
Yeah.
But and I want to emphasize that, and I talk about it all the time because not only the individual dedication, but the dedication as a couple to this thing that we call YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
breaking molds and stereotypes. You know, people look over here. Look, it's 3:30. You know, it's 6:30 my time. People like, man, it's just the evening for them. No, look, the sun over here. It's the moon over there. The moon over there. That
Facts.
look,
Facts.
look, y'all don't even look tired. And I'm
Thank you,
so
bro.
you
Thank
know,
you.
it was a privilege and an honor as always to collab with y'all because y'all are a team, man. Like I appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you, bro. We really do. And man, it's been great.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Rochelle
Hey,
jumped
Miss
off in
Rochelle.
here. We've been seeing the comment. Thank you, Amber, for all your kind
Mhm.
words. Official J Mia, everybody who was in the chat, who been in and out of the chat. Thank you. And
Yes.
my men out here of all races, colors, and creeds. Uh, if you a solid dude, it's gonna be apparent. Be yourself. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying? And rigid things break,
Mm-hmm.
flexible things bend.
Yes.
And that doesn't
Ooh,
and that doesn't mean that the integrity is compromised. So
Facts.
yeah. She said, what even is that? What is a disco
I
now?
don't know.
J Mia, you going? What is a
look,
disco? Now I'm curious.
hey, look, what the young kids say? Y'all dab on to take a nap real quick, and wake back up, I guess. um, but I'm gonna piggyback real quick and dare I say take it a step further off what you said, big bro.
Go ahead, bro.
We want men to know that you are enough because that's ultimately what this whole thing boils down to. Don't let
Mhm.
people tell you. I don't care whether you 10 or whether you 100. Don't let people tell you that you are not enough because of
Right.
society. You are enough. You have
Yeah.
what you need, and it is going to
Yeah.
work.
And
It
you
is.
have value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
What's going on, big bro? Vision? What's
I
good
saw
with you,
that
man?
vision. What's up, Vision?
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Hey, look, we can see clearly now. We got Vision in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I like
Right?
that. We can see
We
clearly
sure
now.
can.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So little man is waiting on me to go outside and play football with him and his buddy that came over. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go do that. But before we close out, is there anything that y'all want to say African dreaming wise? Let the people know what's going on, what's coming up, all that good stuff.
Man, thank you for having us.
Yes.
Shout out everybody in the chat, my man Vision, everybody who shot who done slid in and out. Thank y'all for still continuing to be here. It's a great conversation, great topic.
Absolutely.
I just want to say that since you provided the opportunity, a few quick, baby, can we talk about the podcast real quick? Because we really, and before we talk about our stuff, we just want to say, y'all see it in the chat, man. You can get these supplements.
Right.
Vision. I'm looking. I was reading something from Vision. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek.
Mm-hmm.
Please support this brother. Check out his shorts.
Yes.
Gym schedule kind of changes, so he's gonna be doing some different stuff coming up.
Yep.
Let's all come together and support each other, because this is we small fish in a huge pond. And
make sure y'all tune in Monday through Friday for the after work live stream over here on Weightlifting.
I'm just IJS.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Why wouldn't you? 5 days a week, man. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of grind, putting in time.
Yes.
Do y'all?
Check out his merch shop, because you see that shirt he got on.
Joe, hit him one more time. Joe, hit him one more time.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. While you're there, you can go over to African Dreaming. You can go in that description. You can copy you one of them good old hoodies. You know what I mean? Get you one of them t-shirts. Let them know what Africa about. You know what I mean?
Yes, we appreciate that, brother. And also, Visual Preparedness Bug Out Weekend.
Yep.
June 2nd
through the
4th.
That's right.
Y'all just get revision. And so as far as us, Official J Mia dropped it earlier. STSS, we really
some things and some
stuff podcast. We appreciate all of y'all. We thank all of y'all for everything that y'all been doing. I see my brother Tori popped up in the chat. If y'all want to support Tori as well as us, check out check out Monday's. Well, it's last week because it's Sunday for us now.
Right.
But check out last Monday's episode of Neckbone News.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was some real characters over there, man. As Tori would say, man, things got out of hand. My goodness.
You see my hat? You see my hat? Hey, if you want to know what's
And that's it for us, bro.
Tuesdays for Trill
Tuesday, Friday
faves.
You never know who's gonna be there. You never know.
You never know. We drop content. We dropped some videos. We dropped mail calls recently, and we dropped the Tina Getting to Know You tag recently, and we also tagged you, Joe.
Yes, I saw. I'm gonna be doing it later tonight. I'm gonna record it and get it out.
Nice.
That's what's up.
So y'all can check us out over at African Dreaming. Yeah.
That's it. And thank you again for having us, fam, because man, it's always good to get together and collab like this.
It's a privilege. And when I tell you that the privilege is all mine, I mean literally the privilege is all mine. Like the only thing that makes me mad is there's about 99 million gallons of water separating us. If it won't that,
other than that, we right beside. We were neighbors.
Yeah. Like, cause real talk, I can see myself. Like, I get off work, I come home, I hang out with the family for a little bit. It's like 8:30. I'm gonna walk down the street to Jay's house. We're gonna talk about YouTube. Like, man,
man, bro, we could, we couldn't live close to each other. Both our wives would have a real big problem. Me, you, and little man be doing our own thing, and they both be wanting work. Yeah, so
look, we at the creek fishing. You know what I mean?
For real.
I'm going fishing with you.
Yeah, you ain't keeping nipple away from no creek. You ain't keeping nipple away from fishing. But yeah, bro. Man.
Vision that feel left out.
I knew he had to throw that blackbird in there somewhere.
You knew Vision was gonna do that, man. But it ain't very many people on here who I would be willing to share certain things with. But it's something about Joe and Vision. Y'all getting there. You getting there. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, look. Shout out to the sardines. You know what I mean? Shout out to the sardines and the supporters of the sardines. And look, you can't forget them pork skins. You know what I mean? Hey, I know y'all got the bag close.
You already know. The
Yeah.
cheese dust.
Yeah. Oh man, that was hilarious. That was something. That was something. But man, thank you, bro.
Yes.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate it.
It's
Shout out to everybody in the chat, all of y'all, man. Much love.
It's a privilege. So I'm gonna mention real quick. We're gonna be doing the T-Nog challenge that Big Bro and Big Sis challenged us in. So I'm gonna be recording that. I'm working on and I'm gonna mention this real quick. I'm working on a new deal with a men's skincare company. They sent me a yeah. Look, hey, look, Jay. Look.
I ain't gonna say no name. I don't know who, but yeah.
You see my skin?
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up, bro.
So literally, it's a men's exfoliating facial wash and lotion that takes care of razor bumps and all those other things. So they want me to promote it on TikTok. So I'm gonna be dropping that on TikTok in the next day or two.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for it. We gonna see what we can do, big bro. We're gonna see what we can do. So Matter of fact, buy some supplements and then use the face thing after. You know what I mean? Let's keep it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Take care of the inside and outside.
I want the beautification of the myself. My goodness. Yeah.
So the company reached out to me. They sent me the product. I'm gonna do the and it's literally they just sent it to me. They told me they want me to promote it on TikTok, and then as long as that goes well, then they're gonna reach out to me to form an actual affiliate link and that kind of deal. So
nice. Congratulations, bro.
I want to prime the pump a little bit, just to, you know what I mean? Let's make this thing float. So when they come over there, it's like, no, he rolled deep. You know what I mean?
I know my man over here doing it.
Yeah.
I'm calling you Foxy Brown. He doing it and doing it and doing it, man. Doing it and doing. My goodness, man! Look here, this man. He can get you. He can help get you swole and then get you pretty at the same time. So now you pretty and swole. You pretty swole. My goodness.
So I had to throw that out there just in case. But thank you, Big Bro, Big Sis, for all that you do. Like and I say it all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all are sacrificing sleep for the community. And if that don't warrant and merit some support, I don't know what is. Cause listen, if it's 1 o'clock in the morning over here, y'all look to make a squirrel reference, y'all look bright eyed and bushy tailed, like good gracious. You know what I mean? So
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, we believe in us, bro. And thank everybody who believes in us just like we believe in you.
Yes.
Man, you know, our time is coming, slowly but surely, but we have fun with it.
Yep.
And we love what we do, we enjoy what we do.
Absolutely.
And we believe in us, and we know eventually it's everything gonna work out, baby. So we putting in the work now.
Yep.
It is. And Matt, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do for the community. We appreciate you. See, there go Big Bro.
I saw that.
Every now and then. But thank y'all so much. I want to say thank you to everyone that's a part of the African Dreaming community. Thank you for rolling up, for showing out, for rolling in deep, for being here to make this a success. I want to thank everybody that's part of the Geek Squad. We appreciate you. And because we are a community, if you're Geek Squad, but you're not BCIAC, do me a favor and fix that. You said let's make this thing, because we working together.
Yes, and vice versa.
Yeah, and we working together on this thing. So I'm gonna have something coming out later on this weekend, and of course, Monday through Friday. Don't forget Trill Tuesday. We're gonna make this thing happen. Friday
Yeah.
Faves, all of these good
Yeah.
things. Listen, and don't forget the podcast, because if you want to see Jay and April let their hair down just a little bit, go over there to STSS. You know what I mean?
Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
So I'm gonna say thank you to everybody. I appreciate everybody. And Big Bro, I'm gonna call you in a little bit because we gotta catch up.
Okay. Okay.
But thank y'all so much. And we're gonna say peace out to everybody. Stay strong, stay positive, stay active. Geek Squad.
Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Well, hey, and until Joe.
Yo, yeah. Go ahead now. Let's make it
collaboration.
Right. Let's make it right now.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
Because we got that Geek Squad, baby. But until the next time that y'all see us and we see y'all, baby, what you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna be doing what you doing.
And I'm gonna be doing what she doing. And we're gonna be over here
being
country in another country.
Peace.
We're Holla family.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care.
Out. Yeah. Much love, bro.
Right. Much love.